Bam. Or, see if we get this music right today. An hour early. You guys like the hour early? Anyone have any idea why I did an hour early today? Such an easy guess. Okay, let's see if the music actually fades out on its own. Think it's gonna do it. Is it gonna start up again in a loop? Here we go. It's gone. It worked. I just had to click the D-loop button. All right. That'll be part of my new morning routine because the default is that it loops all the music on this software. So I just got to go in, hit the button so it doesn't loop it. Stephen Flores, yes, another 6 a.m. show. Another one. Do I do these very often? Christine Young, 6 a.m. Okay. On Thursdays, often, I have an hour drive over the hill. I told myself I'd never do this, but I've been doing it for more than a year now. Because there is a professional skateboarder there that I take my kids to on Thursdays. And so I think his name is Josh Balough, Baloughh. He has a pretty big YouTube channel. And we go to the Sunnyvale skate park, and just like the town says, Sunnyvale, it is crazy sunny. Holy shit, it says I'm having an internet connection issue. Am I breaking up to you guys? Anyway, so I figured if I start at 7, then I have to leave at 8:30, and that only gives me an hour and a half, and that's fine. But I was like, what if I start an hour early, and if I still only need an hour and a half, I can get off. But if I need more, then I can keep going. So more Sevan more often. Oh, thank you. You'll get sick of me. T3 gang. Oh, that's don't tell me. That's not Mason Mitchell. That's Tom. I recognize he changed his name, but not his profile pic. Gabe Maldonado. Did I say it right? Paper Street Coffee. Get your Paper Street Coffee now. I think we have a banner for it. Let's see. That's California Hormones. That's the Sevan Podcast. That's Dear Bill and Katie. That's Dear Sarah Cox. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Here we go. Paper Street Coffee. PAPERST coffee.com. Use code Sevan. Hey, how cool is that yesterday that, you know, what's interesting is someone called me the other day and they said they were asking me about California Hormones, and it was a family member. I don't remember exactly how they worded it, but they had questions about my relationship with California Hormones. Like maybe like it somehow didn't fit with my I don't know what the word is. I don't want to say brand. But anyway, or maybe they called me 2 days ago and said that. And so yesterday when that firefighter called and told the story about his relationship with California Hormones and his journey with California Hormones and going down there and meeting them and the blood work and all of that, I was stoked. It was like it validated me. The same way when you guys bought me this sign, it validated me. I think I've talked to my wife about that every night now. About how cool it is that you guys got me this sign, that I earned it. How did the Daniel Brandon show go yesterday? I think that is called being facetious. 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 I don't know how to spell that. There it is. Facetious. Treating serious issue with deliberately inappropriate humor, being flippant. Kind of tongue in cheek. Maybe that was tongue in cheek. In an ironic, flippant, insincere way. Yes, you're being flippant with me. Flippant. Yes, you're being flippant. Are you, Mr. David? She had something pop up. Hey, I like it when she cancels. I'm stressed out thinking of her coming on and just having to be on. It's kind of like and you know what I mean? Like, I'm a monkey that juggles and eats peanuts at the same time. And when Danielle Brandon's on, I have to also do it like with my gut sucked in. You know what I mean? And I'm glad. I'm most excited to do the real reason why I want to have her on, because I want to hear about quarterfinals. I want to hear about her life. I want to poke and prod her about her relationship with Matt Torres, of course. I want to just look at her, all those things. But then I also want to I wonder if we really can do the toe sponsorship, the toe spacer. I really want to do that toe spacer contest with her. You get to, yeah, I thought the show was tonight. Yeah. Well, I mean, I spoke to her yesterday. She was in her car for 3 hours. She ended up going somewhere. I don't know if it's my place to say where. And she ended up going somewhere. And then she was stuck in the car. No one ever owes me an apology either. I feel like the show's gotten so, it does not matter to me if a guest doesn't show anymore for some reason. I don't know. I like being alone with you guys. I like this time. Someone sent me this last night while I was sleeping. And this is a story that this story has been all over the internet. Everywhere. Everyone's heard this a million times now. It's like, okay, so what? Old news, duh. It's gotten to the point the first time you hear it, you're like, that's cute. And now it's like, God, I'm so over it. But I don't know if I've ever played it on this show. And after I watched this version, and as soon as I saw this video, a question popped up in my head. And when I was done with watching this video, the question was still in my head, and we never got an answer to it. But I'm wondering if it's the same question that pops up in your head. So go ahead. I'm going to hit play here on this, and then we'll listen to this together. As soon as I start watching this video, within the first 3 seconds, this question pops in my head. And then when it's over, that's all I'm thinking about. I don't even hear. I don't want to give too much away. Here we go.
The story of the Chinese farmer.
Tell me.
There's a farmer, and he lives with his son, and they have one horse, and the horse runs away. And everyone from the town comes by that night, and they say, the horse ran away, and they say, oh no, what terrible news. He said, I don't know. It's good news or bad news. We don't know yet. And the next day, the horse came back with 2 other horses, and everyone from the town came by, and they said, what great news. Now you have 3 horses. And he said, well, I don't know if it's good news or bad news. And then the next day, the son went out and trained one of the new horses and fell and broke his back. And everyone from the town came by and said, oh no, what terrible news. He said, I don't know if it's good or bad news. And the next day, the constable from the military came by and said, we're taking all able-bodied young men to join the military. And they said, my son has a broken back. He can't go to the army. And then everyone from the town came by that night, and they said, oh, what good news. Your son didn't have to go to the army.
Stop it. I can't handle this.
Good news or bad news, I don't know. We'll see. And the idea of this is that it could go on and on and on and on. So the idea of missing a green.
That's true.
Now he takes it to a really weird place, basically. Now Trish is with me. Here we go, Trish. When you microdose with a hinge date on the first date, what's a hinge date? A hinge date? This is like reading philosophy to a wet rag. That chick doesn't even look real, right? Hold up. What time is it? Okay, here, let's keep going. Now he kind of ruins the story here.
On, I don't know, 16 at Augusta, if you're Tiger Woods, that could be good news, because that could be a defining moment when the ball lands on the green and rests on the lip with the Nike logo perfectly showing and then falls in. That's where I go with this idea of wishing things were different. If you subscribe to the idea of the Chinese farmer of good news, bad news, who knows, you cannot believe that there even is bad news. I got to tell you the story of the Chinese farmer.
Tell me.
Okay, so after you watch all of that, yeah, there you go. Danielle Brandon, I don't know if it's good news or bad news. Definitely bad news. Definitely bad news. Oh, Trish, they're so coked out. Now you're kind of going where I went with it. What is she doing with her pinky there? I have a pinky nail like that. Look at her eyes. What amazing eyeballs. I'm just wondering the whole time, does he bang her? Like, is that, yeah, wow, amazing story. I think he kind of ruined that story. But that's all I was thinking the whole time. I'm like, is he sleeping with her? Is that guy trying to sleep with her? Is that like what's the deal here? What's going on? What's going on? Who's care? Josh Saunders, good morning. Sam Steen, good morning. Trish, good morning. Oh, where's my call-in number? Here we go. Here we go. From your favorite ex-president. Here we go. Uh-oh. Remember when President Trump warned of Germany's dependence on Russia and the Germans laughed?
In September, when he went to the UN and said something about Germany that was so detached from reality, even the German delegation couldn't help but laugh at him.
What happened to Saturday Night Live? Were they always horrible? They used to be funny, right? It's not. I didn't change. They changed, right? They suck now. I mean, they always kind of sucked. Like half the skits were bad, I feel like. It wasn't like the Chappelle Show where everything was good.
Germany will become totally dependent on Russian energy if it does not immediately change course.
One of the most affected countries was Germany. The country is heavily dependent on the fuel.
One newspaper here is calling it a disaster for German diplomacy at the EU.
Even Nicholas Rees will have to admit this. Donald Trump was right.
And they laughed Donald Trump. Oh, he's so funny. Oh, he's so funny. But now they're saying that Trump was right. Oh, I told you so.
Trump did it again.
Who is this guy? Is this guy's name Seth? What's this guy's name? Seth Sandberg? Seth Green? Seth? What the fuck is this guy's name right here? Man, I never watched that show. Ever. There was only one skit that someone showed me once that I ever thought was funny. People would just show me skits. That show was out before YouTube was out. It had no competition, right? Now there's like 3-year-old kids throwing balls at their dad's crotch that are funnier than any of the shit on here. But there was this one skit that Janet Jackson did where she went to like an Italian winemaker or something. It was a cork soaker's bit. And every time someone said cork soaker, it sounded like cocksucker. Have I swore at all this show? Besides that was within context. Have I said any F words? Seth Meyers. Yeah, he's horrible. He is horrible. Yeah, that is not Austin Hartman. Does anybody watch TV at all anymore? You mean where her top fell off? Where Justin, I don't know. Even that I didn't enjoy. I don't like chaos. It used to be good for a while, but been woke for a while now. Was it good before though? I don't know. I never enjoyed it. It felt cheap and sloppy and didn't seem creative to me. And I feel like the good comedians always leave. Well, we're going to cruise today. We are cruising. I like this next thing I'm about to show you for a couple reasons. One, because I don't agree with what he says, but I agree with what the spirit he says. I don't like the examples this guy gives. And that's the important thing. I think that's sometimes why myself and other people don't see eye to eye on things, because they're looking at the specifics. And to me, the specifics don't matter so much all the time. I'm able to, if someone's like, I drank orange juice, and then later on someone will be like, that guy lied. He was drinking a grapefruit juice. I would never go to that guy lied. I would never, it's so, whether he knew it or didn't know it, or if it was true or not true, doesn't matter. I would just be like, no, he was drinking a citrus juice. I would go big picture. I don't care. If you told me, some guy says my Ferrari was $320,000 and someone goes, he's lying, it was $299,000. I don't do that normally. I don't care because the specifics there don't matter. Now, if someone's like, yeah, he has blood clotting, and it's because his cholesterol clotted his artery, and it's because his cholesterol is too high, and then it does matter to me, because then they're suggesting that the clotting occurred, the catalyst for the clotting occurred from what was going on inside the artery, when I believe it's from what happens outside. We've talked about this. I believe it's the vasovasorum. I believe it's that when the outside of the artery isn't getting fed blood through those little tiny, tiny veins called vasovasorum, and the red blood cells can't come down and feed the outside of the artery dies from the outside, and then the clotting occurs on the inside, and then the nuance matters, then the details matter. Because if you send the repair crew to the inside of the artery when the damage is happening from the outside because you eat too much sugar, and the cells lose their motility and they can't get down there, their mobility, their squishiness, and they can't get down there and feed the edge of the arterial wall, that's important. You don't need cholesterol medicine. You need to stop eating sugar. That was good, right? That's pretty deep into the weeds. I'm up for the challenge. What did he say? Vasovasorum? You said edge. Yeah. Okay. So this guy's going to talk about fatherhood, and we'll get through this here a little bit, a little piece by piece. He's talking about the difference between having two mothers as opposed to having a father and a mother. And it's yeah, okay, here we go. Caleb would never screw that up 3 times in a row.
Fathering has become a real mystery. Ask the average person, what is a father? They have no clue. When a father wants to be hands-on, involved in the family, domesticated, he becomes a second mother. He competes with the mother. I'll diaper the baby.
This is the examples he gives. I'll diaper the baby. I love diapering my babies. But I'll go big picture on it. I think him and I agree. It's just the examples he gives. It's the intent within diapering the baby. And I love doing the laundry, even though, I did the laundry in my relationship with my wife for 15 years and maybe more, 20 years. And recently she's like put the kibosh down, not letting me do the laundry anymore. Can you imagine if I would have said that the other way around? I'm not letting my wife do the laundry anymore. People would be like, oh my God, you can't control your wife like that. But no one will ever say that the other way. But my wife does. She's intimidated me. She's gotten a little tense with her voice, raised her voice above just like the speaking level, and told me not to do the laundry anymore. It's called a relationship. It's called how animals communicate. It's totally fine. I'm happy to see her passion. Her conviction of stopping me from doing the laundry. She thinks that I do great laundry. She doesn't like the soaps that I choose. And I think she's right, but here we go.
Feed the baby. I'll make dinner. I'll do the laundry. I'll drive them to school. You're not being a father. You're just being another mother.
Now, right there, I'm like, fuck you, dude. I change the diapers. I drive them to school. You know what I mean? I drive them to skate. I love all that shit. Right? So he gives these examples. There you go. Intent. Stephen Flores, intent. Yes. Oh, no, you're talking about Danny Spiegel. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I don't think she ever would try to cheat on purpose. I don't think any of those dudes do that. But yeah, it's the intent. It's the intent. Who the fuck is this guy? Who knows? Just fodder for conversation. It's the intent behind doing the laundry, driving them. But he kind of gets to that in a second. And that's the problem. The simpletons of the world, I know that's an asshole way to put it. The simpletons of the world will listen to what he says and they'll get confused. This is why we have words like gender. Because people get confused. They'll start calling these gender roles. You can be manly as fuck and do the wash and drive your kids. And you can be an amazing father and do all that. You just said fuck. That's one. Darn it.
And then people say, so what's a father? Nobody knows. Is a father only the guy who takes you to the baseball game? Teaches you how to play football? Teach you how to ride a bicycle? Well, that doesn't start, at least, for the first couple of years of life. You've got nothing to contribute.
Yeah, you do. You kind of do have nothing to contribute in the beginning. I didn't contribute. I mean, I was just present, which is cool. I mean, you contribute. I mean, you don't contribute any superficial stuff, really. Not too much.
You need to learn what.
'Cause they're eating. They're just on the boob. By the way, yesterday my wife corrected me. I said something. Avi asked how long he breastfed for, and I said 16 months. And my wife's like, "You always say that on your show. It was 23 months." I was like, "Wow, 23 months."
Fathering is. And it's not our fault. Our fathers didn't father very well.
Not true. He said it's not your fault if you don't know what a father is. Never give away your power. Take responsibility. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. Someone hits you in their car when you're driving down the street and you're in your car and you say it's their fault. It's their fault for insurance reasons. But at the end of the day, it's your fault. You chose to be there. You got a driver's license. You bought a car. Don't you believe in extreme ownership?
We don't know what it is. It was never defined. But one quick definition would be a mother is like a coach.
I like this. Here we go. Here we go.
Preparing you for an Olympic event. She's in there with you, trying to get you perfect in your performance. The father is like the judge at the Olympic event. When you think you're ready, show off your stuff, and if your father approves, you're in. If your father is a little disappointed, go back to the drawing board. But you don't need two coaches. That's confusing. And you don't need two judges. That's...
Yeah, you don't need two judges. You don't need two judges. You don't need two judges. Never compete with your wife for your kids' love. Let them celebrate their love for their mom. Celebrate the fact that they love their mom more than you. Celebrate that. They don't need two judges. But I am definitely my kids' judge. And not only do they judge them, but I judge them harshly, and I allow them to enjoy the judgment and have fun with the judgment. And you know what I've noticed? They've started doing it to me too, and it's so fun. I'm not bad. I'm disappointed. I'm just disappointed. Yeah. And I reward them. And it's what I've said before. Just worry about rewarding your kids for the good stuff they do, and just go stoic as all get out for the stuff that you don't like they do. Just stoic. You don't even need to say bad or no or stop. They're searching for your approval. They're searching for your judgment. Use that judgment wisely. Use it wisely. You use it to steer them. Yes. Mother is nurturing, a father is love. Don't ever feel like you have to compete with your wife for your kids' love. It's totally healthy and normal. My kids will say to me all the time, "Will you sleep with me?" I'm like, "Sure." My mom's like, "I'll do it." And they'll be like, "Oh, we're going to sleep with mom." And I'll be like, "Okay." And they're like, "We're sorry." I'm like, "Dude, are you kidding me? I'd rather sleep with mom than me too." Occasionally someone will throw me a bone and want to sit next to me at dinner. It's perfectly, absolutely normal. It's great. Let them have their mom for nurturing, and they still come to me. They want to do the big boy stuff. They want to feel the judgment. They want to get the celebration of my judgment. There's a funny story. It probably doesn't translate too well. We were playing cards yesterday, and I could just see them wanting to compete with me, wanting them to win, to beat me. Yes, you want to talk about my glasses? I'm just going through all my glasses. I just have tons of glasses, so I'm just going through them all. Doug Ritchie, I'm a lifetime listener. Are you in Europe, Doug? I started early today. My dad was an academic who was far more of an emotional nurturer than most dads. Yeah, I can be pretty emotional. My mom used to jab me in the hand with a fork at the dinner table if I held my fork wrong. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not letting them win until they actually win. It's funny, the kid's tennis instructor and I have had some back and forth about that because he's had some issues with his dad as a kid. His dad beating him up too much on the tennis court. And I've definitely put it to Avi a few times where he's cried. Definitely. Yes. So the other day, I was deadlifting, and I just deadlifted 295 just kind of on accident. And I really mean that. It was kind of just on accident. But I was kind of proud, and I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. But this lady, I'm 51. 51. At 80 years old, Miss Nora deadlifted 310 pounds. I mean, how? How? This is nuts, right? Look at her shoes. Look at that grip. Everything about her, I'm just loving it. Focus, the position, her eye contact with the crowd. How? Bonkers. Chip Filler. Is that your real name? I never let my kids win or beat me in anything. It belittles the achievement. Son is now a D1 wrestler and can beat me easy. That's awesome. 310 for Miss Nora. Look at this. Oh, you can't see. There's a comment. She goes to my church. Mr. Hartman.
Mr. Makosian, how are you?
I'm good. I'm having fun.
Good. Good morning. It's good to see you early today.
I'm a little nervous, like I could crash. Do you know what I mean? Like I got up too early. I'm a little anxious about it. An hour, like I got up at 4:59. That's weird. I never like seeing the clock say 4.
It's very intimidating. You're gonna have to take 2 26-minute naps today instead of your normal one.
Probably.
Ooh. But yeah, so I'm just sitting in front of my office staring at the front door, not wanting to clock in yet. So I figured I'd call in and go over my L1 course I took last weekend, like we said we were going to.
What you took your what? Oh! You took your L1 last week. Yeah, tell me. How was it?
Yeah, it was incredible. I can't even say I have anything negative to say about it. Like the only suggestion I can make about it is that, like, it's probably just because the seminar staff was so good at what they're doing. Like they never said like, maybe once or twice they said like, hey, flip to page 79. We're going to go over this article or this lecture or whatever. That's like the only place I can find to make a suggestion. But everything else was awesome.
Why? What did they do? So you went to your CrossFit Level 1 on March 18th and 19th. In what city?
In Oviedo, Florida, at CrossFit Oviedo.
And who were the instructors?
It was Melissa Reed, Renna Butcher, and Andy Hendel.
Oh, who was the flow master there? Melissa Reed. I don't even know who those girls are.
I think it was Melissa. She was running the show for the most part.
I have no idea who that was. Was she nice?
Oh, she was super sweet. She was almost like too polished.
Okay.
Like she seemed like a little corporate-y, but she was awesome. Like the words that were coming out of her mouth were incredible. But it just was a little like I liked Andy a lot. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Bro, you just nailed it. That's how astute you are. You have two people who are just absolutely new, I think. I've never heard of those people. Melissa Reed, who is the other one?
Renna Butcher, she's super new. She's only been on seminar staff for a year, maybe 2 years.
Okay, and a young lady named Renna Butcher, and then you got one of the oldest seminar staff around ever, former NFL football player, Andy Hendel. He doesn't need to be polished or corporate. He's the shit. He sleeps and breathes that shit. That's Taylor Self's mentor.
Oh, is it? Yeah. He owns CrossFit Charlotte. Super cool dude.
Dude, that dude probably has Greg Glassman's number on his phone. I mean, that guy is old school. How did he look? He had a heart attack like a couple months ago, a year ago. How did he look?
He looked awesome.
Good. That makes me
He looked
happy.
great. He was moving around and everything. He was bitching and moaning about his body because he's 68 or something crazy. He looks crazy for 68.
Yeah, forearms, big hands. He kind of oozes. He's like what Nicky Rod's going to be like when Nicky Rod's old. Hendel like oozes man.
And I could tell the entire time he was like just wanting to say some off the wall shit and like wanting to talk shit to everybody, but he was like, he had a muzzle on the entire time. I'm like, dude, you got to open up a little bit. I was freaking out. I got to sit down and bullshit with him for like 15, 20 minutes after the first day. It was pretty cool.
What an astute observation, by the way. I know I'm just glomming onto it. Yeah. Andy Hendel is full of toxic masculinity for sure.
Oh yeah.
But what a great observation that they seem too polished or a little corporate. I would guess that's where the way the whole team is going. I have deep concerns with Nicole Carroll not being at the helm. Hey, did they work out at lunchtime? Did you get to see the staff work out, the trainers?
Yes, they did. It was actually super cool. Like, I loved the shit out of that. I came back and they're just all sweating, hurting, looking like they were hurting after lunch. I went out and got like Chipotle or something, and they were gonna freak out about that. But yeah, they were working out super hard. They were all like, Andy was shirtless, and the chicks were just dripping sweat. It was pretty cool.
Oh, I love a shirtless old man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what about the gym? How is the gym, the facility?
It was pretty nice. I'd say it was a medium-sized affiliate, but super accommodating. I mean,
I've heard it's a really cool gym that's got a super cool old school feel to it.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. We had enough floor space. Like, I think we did the snatch lecture, or whatever the hell they call it. We had all 30 people on the floor. We had plenty of room to move around. And for the workouts, we ran 2 heats, so we had enough space for 15 people in just one half of the gym. So it was really nice.
Did the toilet ever back up or get clogged?
What's that?
Did the toilet ever get backed up or clogged?
They didn't, but we had 30 people in our class, and there was only 2 bathrooms and a porta potty outside.
Yeah.
I was just taking a pee behind the dumpster the entire time. I'd take a little knee and just pee outside.
You're good. Andy looks like a fucking unit. I'm just reading what someone else wrote. Paper Street Coffee. Yeah, he is a unit. His son's a unit. Spencer, former games athlete. So did any time during the week you're like, oh, I should have saved my money. That was a waste of $1,100 or whatever it is.
No, mostly because I'm going to start coaching immediately. So I'm going to be able to make that $1,100 or whatever back relatively quickly.
Yeah.
It wasn't as like magical as you made it seem it was going to be. It was an awesome experience, but a lot of it felt like review almost, because I've read like all the early journal articles and I read through the entire handbook.
It wasn't
really awesome.
It's not that I want to do that. I want to get a thumbnail like that for one of my shows. The Sevan Podcast. The L1 isn't as magical as Sevan makes it seem. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I believe it's headed that way. Unfortunately, I'm liking everything you're saying. No, I did not do another F-bomb. I'm not doing F-bombs today. At most, I've done one. Oh my goodness, not magical anymore.
Yeah, and that could be it. And the only reason I think that is because I came in pretty well prepared, I think. Like I said, I read all the early journal articles. I read through the entire handbook before, and it was incredible because they're way smarter than I am. Like how they didn't look at one note the entire time, and they just made it sound way prettier and wrapped it up way neater with a prettier bow on it than I could in my head. So that was awesome. And all of their abilities to answer questions, because people would have just crazy questions. Like, that's not even a question you need to be asking, but they just like every word that fell out of their mouth was just super awesome. And
give me a dumb question. Did you remember any of the dumb questions?
Shoot.
If you remember later, tell me.
Yeah, how do I balance CrossFit 5 days a week, but I want to do, oh shoot, I don't want to single this chick out. How do I run 16 miles a weekend and do CrossFit? You fucking reduce your intensity during the week, or you reduce your volume on running. Like, come on. Like,
yeah.
You're just trying to tell everybody what activity you're into.
Why am I so fat? Well, put down the cotton candy when I respond, please.
Right. Yeah, we're about to go over a nutrition lecture. Take a couple notes if you're a fatty.
Sevan, how come you're ripped and you're not comfortable taking your shirt off? Well, because last night before I went to bed, I went to bed and then I got up and ate a pound of pistachios. Oh yeah, that'll do it. Tubby old man. All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I'm in a
it
little
was
better mood
fun. It
for
was
you.
good. You think you're going to make your money back. It's not as magical as you think. And the new people are stuffy as shit. Get out of the way and let Spencer talk. Not Spencer,
Oh, yeah.
Andy. Andy. Okay. That's good feedback.
Right. Yeah. But still, I mean, if you can't scrape up $1,000+ to go, for sure, go through, read the early journal articles. You can get the L1 handbook online. Like it was the content and the information is awesome.
Any woke stuff? Did you see any woke stuff?
No.
Do not give away your power. That's what being woke is. It's giving away your power. That's why none of those people are happy, by the way. Every time you give away your power, and don't take other people's power. I'm off subject here. Hi, Austin. Sorry.
I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm cracking.
Don't give away your power. Someone cuts you off and you get upset. You gave away your power. You walk into a gym and you say, boy, I don't feel welcome here. You just gave away your power. You gave away your power. Those people are rude to me because I'm black. You just gave away your power. Don't give away your power. Don't take other people's power. The other people are dying to give away their power. Don't take it from them. It will make you weak. It's a burden. Every time you take someone's power, it's like having another dog on a leash. Have you ever walked a dog? It's miserable. Walk 2 dogs? You want to kill yourself? 3 dogs? Oh, please. No man wants to walk a dog. You know that? I think dog walking is a feminine activity. No man wants to be. No, you do love walking a dog?
Yeah.
It's your feminine side needing attention. Yeah. What kind of dog do you like walking?
My sister's got a Belgian Malinois, so it's not really walks. We'll go to. I lived in San Diego for 5 years, so there's a bunch of like open air.
That's the Navy SEAL dog,
I just
right?
like hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little. Of course, you love your dog, Barry. The thing is, by walk your dog, I mean like, you know you know those leashes where you can push the button and it goes like 30 feet and then you retract it in.
Right.
Like those lower your testosterone by 50% if you put one of those in your hand.
Yeah.
No man would ever use one of those. No man ever lets a dog pull him. No man ever lets a dog pull him.
My ex had a Frenchie, and that's what she used. T levels are plummeting if you have one of those in your hand.
Yeah, she's a bad person. Those are bad people. Oh no, they're not bad people. But it's just the dumbest thing ever. It's a tool. It's an IQ test when someone gets a leash like that and you failed it.
All right, brother. Well, I am going to have to clock in or I'm going to get fired. So I'll try to stay on and listen as much as I can, but keep doing what you're doing, man.
Are you hating that you called? You're like, shit, I was going to call in just like for a couple of minutes. Now I'm late for work. Shouldn't have called.
No, I was already late for work. I was just staring at the front door. Like, I can spend an extra 10 minutes on the phone. I'll be all right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Peace out, man.
Bye. Your dog should just, those people by dog walking, I mean, that's a German Shepherd on cocaine. Oh, a Malinois? Yeah, totally. Totally. Yeah, you never let a dog walk you. It's idiot world. I don't even like being with people near people whose dogs are walking them. Walking any Dane sucks. Yeah, well, I used to have my Danes under such crazy control. Do I? I do? I've been swearing? I was a little out of control. I was getting a little squirrely with Austin. I didn't think anyone was listening. Barry, those leashes suck. Use a regular leash. I trained my old dog to walk with me without a leash. Yeah, that's it. Chuck Carswell was my level 1 flow master. That's cool. When I worked in a home for disabled adults for 5 years. I never worked less than 40 hours a week, ever. Worked every Christmas. And everyone else would go home. And there's this phenomena where they'll want you to, there's so many things you learn working with developmentally disabled adults, because basically what you're trying to do there, at least in the home that I was in, is you're trying to get them to be independent. So I'll give you one of the main tools is never address the behavior, always address the person. So I'll give you an example that just happened in my life that I do with my kids. I went to, my kids do martial arts 5 days a week to 7 days a week, 365 days a year for the last 3 or 4 years. It's just like some other people's kids go to school. That's what my kids do. And they do striking, kicking, jiu-jitsu, and grappling. And they have 2 full-time instructors, and then they got whatever, occasional part-time instructor, and then they do tournaments and stuff like that. And then they wrestle with each other nonstop. So last week I go to class, and I know one of my sons at the skate park earlier in the day was complaining that his knee was bothering him. So we get to class, and he's like, hey, my knee doesn't feel good. And he's 6. I'm like, yeah, no problem. He's like, I'm just going to sit out. And I said, okay. It's like, so what? I don't care. I just trust him. I love him. Nothing. Other parents are tripping when their kid sets out. They're having these talk with their kids. Like, no, I'm not doing any of that. I'm past that. I'm like such a mature parent. I just trust. There's a Taoist saying, if you want people to be trustworthy, trust them. And so he sits out, and then the weekend goes by, and I'm watching his knee, and I'm watching how he's behaving. And then so yesterday I take him to class, and we're in class, and he does an hour. Him and both my 6-year-olds do an hour of the striking and kicking class. You can see the videos on my Instagram. And after that is an hour of jiu-jitsu, and my son comes over and says, hey, my knee's bothering me again. And my other son comes over and says, hey, my foot is really sore, my ankle. And I'm like, okay, put on your jiu-jitsu gis. Put your gloves in the bag, put on your jiu-jitsu gis. And this goes back and forth. They're telling me something. They're having a behavior. They're having a behavior. I sense, I predict, I feel. I'm 99% sure that they're having a behavior. And I don't address the behavior. I help them get out their jiu-jitsu clothes. I get them dressed. One of my sons is like, dude, I can't straighten my arm. All of a sudden, his arm's broken. And I go, okay, then put your jacket on. And I just keep saying, I don't even talk to him about any of the behaviors they're having. I can't. One of them starts whining. I get them dressed. I help them tie their belts. One of them tie their belts. The other one's like, no, I can do my own belt. I do it the professional way. You just tie a knot. I'm like, okay. And then I go sit back down in my seat. And I look at my phone. I start digging through my Instagram, looking for stuff. And I look up 3 minutes later, and they're both participating in the class. There's 2 things there. I didn't allow them to give me their power. They're trying to give me their power. And I didn't address the behavior. I addressed the person. Do you guys understand what they were trying to do? They were giving me the authority over their life to tell them that they didn't have to do it. They were trying to give me their power. If at any point they would have told the teacher, hey, my foot hurts, and the teacher would have been like, it's okay, sit down. That's on them. They keep their power. And I never addressed the behavior. I just addressed them. They finished class. They hug me. They love me. They're like, oh my God, that was so fun. Did you see me do this? Did you see me do that? I was like, yeah, you guys are bosses. That's how you raise kids. That's how you behave in society. You don't take people's power. That's why when I was hearing about this, I don't know who was on the air. They were talking about going to their therapist. And I was like, oh man, your therapist just takes power from you. That particular therapist is just taking power from you. When you make decisions for people, you're taking their power. They're giving it to you. They want to give it to you. My same thing happened with Avi. So last week, his nose is really stuffy. It's been stuffed up for like 2 weeks, and he's just been snoring like crazy. And so last week he was going to go to. In all fairness to him, he went to tennis. There was an issue, and when there's an issue at tennis, the kids have to run sprints, line sprints. Avi's been doing this for 4 years. It's this, I forget what it's called. You guys know what it is. It's you run to one line, then you come back, then you run to a little farther line, you come back, you run to a little farther line, you come back. I forget what it's called. I don't know why I'm having forgetting. But he had to do that in his class. If someone shows up late, if someone forgets any of their gear, if you don't have pockets on your clothes, there's this list of things that you do. If you're talking when the teacher's talking, the whole class stops and has to run these sprints. And you have 20 seconds to do 1. You have 40 seconds to do 2. If you have to do 3, God forbid, you have line drills. If you have to do 3, God forbid, you have 60 seconds. Suicides. Yes, suicides. They're horrible people. They are horrible. Suicides, homie. You're using a hood vernacular by calling me a homie, and that is a form of cultural appropriation, and you will go far in life. Always take the best shit from the cultures. Homie's a great word. So he always gets it done in 20 seconds, and he's the shortest kid and the slowest kid and all this stuff, right? But he always gets it done, and he's worked his way up to become one of the fastest kids, right? When he first started there, he's one of the slowest kids. Now he's one of the fastest kids. It's little. So he was there the other day with my wife, and the teacher wasn't there, and there was the assistant coach was there. The teacher was off banging chicks in Costa Rica. I don't know that. I made that up. Kinda. And the assistant coach, and I love both his coaches. The assistant coach had them run line sprints, and Avi couldn't do it, and he didn't finish in 20 seconds, and the whole class had to do it again. And he started bawling. That's never happened in 3 or 4 years. And he comes home and he goes, it's because my nose was stuffed. I could not breathe, so I had to just go slower. And he's bawling. So the next time he wanted to go to class, he said to me, Dad, Heidi, that's father and Armenian, Heidi, I don't want to go to tennis. I can't breathe through my nose. And I said, cool, you don't have to go to class. That's maybe once or twice in 4 years where I've let him decide he's not going to go to class. Cool, you don't have to go to class. So 3 more days pass. 3 more days pass. Wow, Walker Campbell. This is everyone's PE teacher is banging students on the side. How about the drama teacher? Are they banging someone? So the next week, this story's taking too long. I apologize. The next week he goes and he says, it was yesterday. He says, hey, I'm not going to tennis. My nose is blocked up. And he thinks it's just going to be that way. I'm like, no, you're going. He said, no, I'm not going. I can't breathe. And he starts crying. And I'm like, okay, let's go to your room. And I help him get dressed and I tickle him and I change the subject. But I only address him. I never address any of the behavior. I never address like the breathing thing. That's on him. He eventually stops crying. I'm kissing him, loving on him. His mom takes him there. I tell his mom, I screw up. I tell his mom, I'm like, hey, Haley, tell the teacher that he's got some trouble breathing. Go easy on him. My wife texts me. She goes, hey, I told him he has to tell the teacher that. I said, even better. So he tells the teacher that. He takes ownership. She takes it even to the next level. She doesn't take any of his power. He wins the $1. There's 3 kids in there who are easily better than him, older than him. He does the whole class. At the end of every class, there's a little mini tournament, and you win $1. And he beat all the kids and won the $1. Amazing. He won the $1. Magnus Holmgren, Magnus, the best thing for suicide prevention is to quit doing drugs. Oh, I totally agree. I totally agree. Sevan, have you ever tried the neti pot with your sons for nasal congestion? No, but I probably should. They would probably hate that. But they have these automatic ones I've heard now that they might actually kind of get off on. Corey, hi. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. Here we go. Yes, brother. Hi.
You can't say suicides anymore, dude.
Oh, darn it. Hard sprints.
Yeah. Wood runs. So, when did you first notice that so you said with Avi, he got the polio vaccine is what you said?
Yeah, he got the first shot.
So clearly, you and your wife have taken a while to kind of enlighten yourselves and
there's like 60, there's like 60 shots. And the truth is I think she had already decided. I'll find out the details. I think she had already decided before he even came out that we weren't going to do any of that. When your child's born, there's all these tests you're supposed to run on your child. And they involve a lot of pricking in the bottom of the feet, and they involve a lot of doing stuff to the kid. Like if you have a kid in the hospital, they'll do all this stuff to your kid, right? Right when he's born, they'll shove something in his nose and try to clear his passages. They do all this stuff to him. They put a blanket on him that's been washed in bleach. They prick his foot and take all these blood samples to check for these completely absurd issues that like 1 in 500,000 kids has. And and so we didn't do any of that, right? Our kid was just born on the ground, and then they leave, and we just had our kid. But then my wife knew she wasn't going to get any of them vaccinated, but somehow she took them there one day, and they're like, okay, we're going to start the polio shots, and they gave him one, and then afterwards she kind of was like, what am I doing? And she stopped.
Okay. Yeah, because we did the same thing with our daughter, and she got the first round of shots, but my wife was super reluctant. I was reluctant just because she was reluctant.
Yeah.
And then we've never been back to that doctor's office again. So
yeah, we don't even go to the doctor.
See if you knew before.
Well, fuck a doctor. We only go to the doctor if they break a bone.
Okay.
Yeah, you need a broken bone to go to the doctor or something. You know what I mean? You need to have a temperature of 112.
Right. So have you heard of The Kite Runner? The book, The Kite Runner?
Yeah, you know what? I think I maybe read that book. I think I listened to that book on audio. It was really good.
I had one of my leadership teachers yesterday. We were in a conversation and he brought it up, and I thought it would be something that you would be interested in reading. I guess it all boils down to, or some of it summarizes to the 10 Commandments. And essentially there's only one commandment, and thou shalt not steal. Because even if you're killing, you're stealing somebody's life, or if you're coveting thy neighbor, you're stealing someone's trust. And everything boils down to all of those commandments. You're stealing something from somebody else, somebody's time, or somebody's love. And so I know you're on this path to find higher enlightenment and a being in the world. And so I didn't know if you had read that book. I haven't read it, so I'm going to go and read it, and maybe we can talk about it.
Yeah, maybe like 10 years ago. Maybe I'll start it up. I'll start the audiobook up. Tell me if you're going to start it. I'll start it.
I have to start it at the end of this week. I will start it at the end of this week. I've got a real estate exam.
The very important thing about not stealing, is not to judge others for stealing.
Okay.
Because it's complete horseshit. It's a lie built on a lie. It's just for ourselves. We know if we're stealing. If we have to lie about something, then we're stealing. Under the guise of the way I think the Kite Runner is like, we don't want to have to keep secrets as humans.
Yeah.
I think that rots our soul.
I haven't thought about it in regards to stealing, but I have thought about, I don't judge anybody for their actions. I don't know why that person is homeless. I don't know why that person cut me off in traffic. Their dad could have died, and they're on the way to the attorney's office.
Right.
So I try not to judge anybody on anything, but I haven't thought about that in regards to stealing. So I'll definitely apply that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's I don't think any of that stuff in that book is meant to point at other people. I think it's just a tool for helping yourself. And I think when you point it at other people, it screams you've lost your way.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll text you when I start reading it.
Okay, you the man. Bye.
All right.
David Attaway, we did the first year of shots and then stopped. We felt like we were rushed and told everything to do and didn't think outside the box. We regret giving our child any vaccines. Bam. That a boy. Yep. I hear you. I hear you. I couldn't, Philip Kelly, I couldn't put that book down. Logan Marsh, David Foster Wallace. Yeah, here's the thing, man. Do your research, because you will, if you do inject your kids with drugs and then later on you decide you wish you wouldn't have done it, it's not a good feeling. You will be like, why didn't I just spend 15 minutes doing a little research? Caller, hi.
What's up, Sevan? It's Philip Kelly.
What's up, dude?
It's funny that Corey just called in to give you that book recommendation for The Kite Runner. That's one of my favorite books. And me and Robbie Myers and some of the other guys from the chat have been talking about making a list of books, like a Sevan Podcast book like club or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that Corey called in and said that book, because that's always been one of my favorites. But on the lines of him recommending that one to you, have you ever read Life of Pi?
Did I see that? Maybe I saw. Is that the movie where the guy's out at sea?
Yeah.
I think I saw that movie. That movie was crazy.
You got to read the book.
Okay.
You got to read the book because it's the kid is like trying to figure out like not trying to figure out what religion he wants to go with, but he's just a kid and he sees value in all these different religions. Like he goes to, to this church, like he's sneaking around to all these different places, and seeing like similarities in all these different religions, so on and so forth. But that book really makes you think by the end of it. So I'm going to add that both of those to the list. When Robbie Myers, I think, is putting together the list.
Okay, I can't wait to see it.
Well, when we get the list, we'll send it to you for sure.
All right.
But hey, let me ask you a quick question about like woke affiliates.
Yeah.
If you the affiliate that I left of over 10 years, now it's under new ownership, and I checked out their Instagram and it says realize potential, community wellness, support and accountability for all, holistic mindfulness, virtuosity through movement, education and growth. What does all that mean?
I didn't hear anything woke in there.
What does all that mean though?
I don't know.
They have like rainbow emojis and book emojis in there and stuff, and I'm like, I don't understand what they're trying to sell there.
Well, I glommed onto accountability. What did they say? Accountability.
It said support and accountability for all.
Yeah, I like accountability.
Yeah, accountability is good. I guess I don't understand some of the. I don't know. It was fine the way it was, but whatever. All right, I will catch you later.
All right, brother. Thank you for calling.
All right, later.
We've passed on all vaccines for our 2.5-year-old and 10-month-old. Doctors are rude and keep pressing. Yeah, they're definitely rude. There's some great testimonials of doctors out there who were totally pro injection, and then they turned the corner. Great point about giving your kid vax and then regretting it later. I wonder how you'd feel if your kids got sick. You mean like if if my kid got polio and I didn't give him the vaccine, and I was like, oh my God, I should have given him the vaccine. For the record, all 3 of my kids are vaxxed from the get-go. All 3 are honor roll. You can look at the numbers and then take a calculated risk. You can make a risk assessment. And you have to dig a little bit deeper than just the numbers they give you. You have to start looking at stuff. So, and the data is a little weird, right? Because here's the deal. I'll give you just a big picture on the data for vaccine data. The big picture is that it's clear, super duper clear, without a doubt, not even remotely close, that kids who aren't vaccinated are 1,000 times healthier and just do 1,000 times better than kids who are vaccinated. The problem with the data is the people who, there's a big unknown in that, because the people, and by 1,000 times better, I mean, anecdotally, they look better, but way fewer ear infections, nose infections, way lower autism, and you put the whole list together of bad shit that happens to kids, and it almost doesn't happen to unvaccinated kids. The problem is this: those fucking parents with unvaccinated kids like me, we just won't take our kids to the hospital, period. Right? And so maybe it's just that we don't take our kids to the hospital, and so the data's all fucked up. Maybe my kid is getting sick, and I'm just like, so there's that weird piece in there. So, but I tell you what, it doesn't take much scratching of the surface to realize, like, uh-oh, something's not right. Something ain't right. Just scratch the surface. Just dig in a little bit. You'll be like, uh-oh. Okay, listen to this guy. This is our leader, Joe. Here we go. Oh wait, here we go. Joe Biden.
About the future, it's not very far off the horizon
that if we don't get one disease under control, you may find legislative bodies taking whole classes of people based upon to say, we're going to put you in a certain category. We're going to demand mandatory testing for you.
So was Joe Biden a conspiracy theorist? He was talking about a conspiracy theory.
Before about the future, it's not very far off the horizon that if we don't get one disease under control, you may find legislative bodies taking whole classes of people.
What does he mean by that? Whole classes of people? I almost like how, isn't it weird how openly like discriminatory, prejudice, and racist this guy is, and yet he gets a pass? It's kind of cool.
Based upon propensity of conduct.
So your class and your propensity, your likeliness for conduct. Dude, that's some Minority Report shit.
To say, we're going to put you in a certain category. We're going to demand mandatory testing for you.
Who knows how that's stitched together or what, but you get it. Even if it's not, let's say that's just not real. There's a takeaway there, for sure. I realized I watched this video here, and I realized, do you know what the Sevan? I never know what the Sevan podcast is about. People are like, "What's your podcast about?" And I saw this video, and I was like, "You know what the Sevan podcast is about? It's about people who either want to transcend, they want to get out of their head and transcend stupid shit. They want to transcend racism and those types of things. Just the whole concept at all, being racist, not being racist. They want to just transcend the whole thing." Or they want to. They either have or they want to. It's a holding place. It's a place where you can go and I think Rumi said it. Meet me out in the field beyond right and wrong. That's what the Sevan podcast is. Meet me out in the field beyond right and wrong. Thank you. And I saw this and I just like it. I like this guy's smile who's sitting here. I don't even know what this means, by the way, this video. I just like these guys' interaction. There's some sort of joke here that I think if you have black people hair, you get it, but I don't get it. But I just love their interaction. Watch this. Here we go.
Too nice a house. Let me see your ID.
I need to show you ID. This is my house.
Look, respect me. Take your hat off when you speak to a police officer. Show me respect. Take your hat off.
Girl, what do I have to take my hat off for?
Oh, you didn't tell me you was wavy like that.
What? Wavy? What are you talking about, wavy?
Talking about wait. What am I talking about?
Oh.
You already know.
Oh,
because I ain't trying to drown these niggas. This is way too nice a house. Let me see your ID.
Do they have the same hair and they bond over it? Am I going to get in trouble for this one too? Is this like for shizzle my nizzle? I don't get it, but I just love these guys' interaction.
I need to show you ID. This is my house.
Look,
that guy's wearing a do-rag and then the cop's wearing a do-rag, so they somehow bond over it.
Take your hat off when you speak to a police officer. Show me respect. Take your hat off.
Girl, what do I have to take my hat off for?
Oh, you didn't tell me you was wavy like that.
What? Wavy? What are you talking about, wavy?
Talking about wait. What am I talking about?
Oh.
You already know.
Oh,
because I ain't trying to drown these niggas. This is way too nice a house. Let me see your ID.
Hey, look at this. Look at. Oh yeah. Yes, definitely staged. Yeah. It's a bit. It's a bit for sure. Look at it. It's called At Trap House.
To police officer, show me respect.
Look at this.
Take your hat off.
Look at this though.
Girl, what do I have to take my hat off for?
Oh, you didn't
Look at
tell me
this.
you was wavy like that.
Look at these doors on this house, right?
What are you talking about, wavy?
That would suck to live to. You come out your front door and your neighbor's standing right there. That's way too close. Those are two residents right there. I would never want to come out my front door and be standing next to someone else. Ever. What a dumbass video. Oh, man. That hurts. Wave cap? What's a wave cap? Getting waves in your hair is hard as fuck. Oh my God, he said the word. I didn't know. I just, oh yeah. It's a joke. I know it's staged, guys. Guys, easy. Everyone settle down. Yes, it's for sure staged. It's a bit. Yeah, they don't just both happen to have on purple do-rags. People live in apartments, dude. I don't know. I guess I'm, couldn't do that. I can't do that. I'd rather live outside in the street. I'm just waiting for a white person to decide they're black and therefore they can say nizzle. I was thinking the other day, I saw a video and it shows a male cop patting down a female Antifa person. And someone from the Antifa group goes, "Hey, you got to find a female cop to pat her down." And the police officer responds, "How do you know I don't identify with being female?" And I mean, that's the next step, right? It's all fun and games until it's you. To use what 12 Daily Doses said. It's all fun and games until it's your mom being pat down by a fucking, F word. Being patted down by a tranny cop. It's all fun and games until then. I don't even get this. I don't give YouTube the authority to use my likeness or content. And then, OMG, Trish, I'm dead. I don't even get it. How come I don't get it? T3, how do you guys not find that video entertaining? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. McGearan. Thank you. No, I thought it was funny too. I don't even get it, and I think it's funny. Anyway, so that video inspired me to say that this is a place for people who need to be cured or have been cured of their stupidity. I want to see something scary. This is scary, what you're about to see. This is a little long. So businesses have a fiduciary duty to make money for their investors. And it's been a big criticism. It's been a big criticism of companies, right? Meaning if you run Apple computers and you can find a loophole that allows you to throw computers away that harms the environment, but it makes your investors money, then you have an obligation to use that loophole at the cost of hurting the environment, because your single duty is to make your investors money. Raymond, Sevan, when is Brian on next? When he's done fucking your mom in the middle of a story. Have some respect. They have a fiduciary duty to make money. They have, and you might think that, well, that's not cool. That's not cool. They should have a broader perspective. It takes a little while, but it absolutely is cool. It's super duper. That wasn't really an F-bomb like that. That was different. I'm giving myself a pass. I'm giving myself a pass on that one. You want these businesses to be singularly focused, and then let the government and the people see the behavior of the corporation and then mitigate it from there. But you don't want the corporation having all people who we're investing our money in having. Well, you'll see why in a second. I'm about to play this clip for you. Listen carefully. This will explain to you why it's so important, and this is really scary what Joe Biden has done here. We don't want Apple investing massive amounts of resources or any resources in the debate of abortion, whether you should be pro-choice or pro-life. We don't want Apple investing billions of dollars into vaccine propaganda, either for or against. We don't want Pfizer getting involved in race, in BLM. We do not want that. That's very, very, very bad. When they start doing that, when they can start doing that with the money from their investors, we have a serious, serious problem. Ramon, are you okay? That wasn't very nice. Oh, like on my part? Okay, Ramon, I'm sorry that you were the target of one of my bits. I apologize. Oh, hell yeah, I got a... No, see, there you go. You're welcome. Look at Ramon. There's no victim in this guy. He's got a bowl haircut and he carries a dude in a matching shirt. This dude's cool. He's fine. Everyone settle down. He's fine. Okay, now watch this. This is going to take this fiduciary duty. You have to remember that. He doesn't use that word here, but that puts this in context of what he's going to say has just happened. Here we go. Sousa would love this. This is really scary. This needs to be reversed right away.
President Biden's first veto was yesterday, and it related to actually promoting ESG values in the retirement fund investment system. Okay, so what is this ESG acronym? You've probably heard about it. Some of you might not have, but you should know what it is. It refers to the use of environmental, social, and governance factors when investing your investment dollars and also voting your shares. And the long story short is there's a small handful of investment managers in this country, firms like BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard, Invesco, and others, that are using your money to create a country that you never voted for. How does that work? Well, it turns out if you own a share of a company.
You hear that? They're using your money to create a country you never voted for. And then he says, how does that work? Well, it turns out.
Company. That means you don't just get the financial entitlement. You also have a right to vote on behalf of your shares. You also have a right to speak on behalf of your shares. And yet what's happening today is they're using your money nonetheless to effectively force American companies to adopt policies like racial equity audits or emissions caps that, first of all, you might disagree with, but second and more importantly, do not advance your best financial interests. So what did President Biden do? He changed the rules governing these retirement fund managers.
You invest in a company, you want them to hire people who are going to make you the most money. Now they don't have to. Now they can hire people based on their skin color, their sexual preference, on environmental, social, and governance factors legally. Thank you. Now, Raymond. 12 daily doses of stuff. How does one invest billions of dollars into getting into the abortion talk business? What the fuck are you talking about? Private companies can do whatever the fuck they want if it's legal. 12 daily doses. We're not talking about private companies. That was established very, very quickly. Keep up, buddy. Keep up. Not private companies. Someone help him. Someone keep him up to speed here. Knucklehead. Well, that's the prop. Then you wouldn't invest in that company. That's what you think. That's what you think. But it's like 5 of these companies, these massive companies that are basically investment companies that are investing in those companies for you. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Hey, dude, first say, oops, sorry, I misunderstood before you pivot to the next thing. Ding dong. Yes. Now you're getting there. Yeah, yes. Now you're figuring it out. It's funny. Now you're getting it. Here we go.
How did he change the rules? Well, what his Department of Labor did was they issued a new rule that said these retirement fund managers could now lawfully take into account these non-pecuniary factors, these non-economic factors, these social factors. Before they weren't allowed to, but thanks to President Biden's veto yesterday, officially now they're absolutely allowed to take into account these environmental and social agendas without your knowledge. In fact, there was supposed to even be
and that's where it even gets weirder, right? I mean, the fact that you don't see, you are in trouble if you don't see the problem in this, by the way. I have to tell you, you keep looking at this if you don't see the problem in this. But now it goes from just bad to like full nightmare status here. And for all of you who are like, no, we need to do that. We need to do that. We need to do that. We need the companies to be worried about environmental stuff. The problem is you can't trust them. It's like the death penalty. They'll go the wrong way. The wrong people will be killed. Do you understand? You can't give that power to people outside of the government.
Disclosure requirement.
They end up taking over the government. They become the government. They become your leaders. That's why he said fascism.
To retirees, so at least they knew it. But in Biden's rule, they even took out that disclosure requirement. So don't fault yourself if you don't know about it. It's because the government and a lot of the woke industrial complex in this country went to great lengths to keep it from you. That is probably one of the great financial breaches of trust in the 21st century. I would even say, I would go so far as to call it a financial fraud. Call it what it is. And I'm running for president to make sure that we restore integrity.
Well, I don't know if it is financial fraud, but it sure as hell opens up just the floodgates for financial fraud.
Both to capitalism and to our system of constitutional self-governance in America, because what's really going on is they're using your own dollars to implement policies through the back door that they could never get through the front door through Congress under the Constitution. And that's a betrayal of trust to you, not just as an investor in the American economy, but as an American citizen as well. President Biden.
This is another one of those things where they're under the guise of doing good. It's the whole liberal agenda. The guise of doing good. Oh, don't worry. We're going to give these companies the power to make sure that they save the whales. With your money. But you have a choice. You don't have to invest your money in those companies. Oh, but did we mention that those 5 companies own 90% of the companies out there? Darn it. F word. Dang it. Give myself a tally mark for that. Dude, don't piss me off. Do not, in all honesty. We need Hiller here, please. Yeah. Private companies still abide by federal regulations. Give him a second. Give him a second. It just passed, buddy. Give him a second. I just want this guy to name one policy that got through under these loopholes he's talking about. Just one. Scare tactics. That's all this guy's about. That's a weird place to pivot to in your argument. It's like saying, we have the authority to kill Jews. Well, but we haven't. We have the authority to kill Jews for any reason. But hey, listen, your argument is, but they haven't killed one. It's been 10 years and we've had this law in place and they haven't killed one. Chill out. You're just trying to scare the Jews. Doesn't even. Dude, stop pivoting. You remind me of dating someone, dating a girl in high school who just pivots. Or like talking to my kids. Hey, let's go to tennis. My ankle hurts. Oh, I just saw you run across. Oh, I'm sorry, not my ankle hurts. My nose is stuffy. Stop pivoting. Just cut me a check. Fiduciary duty. Mm-hmm. Ramon, you want Andrew Hiller? I'll give you Andrew Hiller. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. You want Andrew Hiller? This guy's Instagram account is so savage. This is Hiller. This is just, there's a few Hillers on the web. This guy is Hiller. No shirt and just uncovering stuff left, right, and center. This guy's name is Goob. Goob U2. That profile picture is kind of interesting. Like he's on his side. I would picture him like to be arm wrestling. He should have his other hand up. But anyway, look at this. Wait till you see this. This guy's Instagram account is about like just no, not girls who cheat. Yeah, kind of girls who cheat. It's guys who cheat too. Oh, that's good, Heidi. That is good. Oh, that hurts. I just realized Sevan's the U.S. version of Hezbollah. That's not cool. That's not cool. Okay, listen, watch this. This guy basically goes on the internet and finds stuff and debunks it, but it's always around. I think it's always around people's bodies. I only spent about 20 minutes on his Instagram account. It's savage. It's savage.
All right, let it be known. If I reach out and ask you if you edit your photos and you try to feed me some bullshit, I'm that guy. Let's get into it. Welcome to the show, Jerica Fit. So we got Jerica Fit, 100,000 followers, fitness model, believer, gym rat. Tons of content. Stop comparing yourself to others. Here she is explaining why she looks like she does on her social media. It's all posing. Now, somebody sent me this photo, and it looked a little weird to me. There were a few.
So this girl has 100,000 followers. She's crazy attractive, and he basically points out a couple of her posts about why she looks so good in her pictures, and she claims it's the way she poses, and she's taking that typical. She has some feminist posts about stuff, and he points all that out. And then now, I forget what he just said, but now he's going to look at one of her pictures and analyze it for us.
Places where it just didn't add up. So I reached out to her. She went with the classic shitfluencer response. I just touch up my skin and do some whitening. This is a classic. I just touch up my skin. Let's take a look. So Jerica actually sent me the originals of these photos, not knowing who I am or what I do, I guess. She took about 5 inches away from her waist right here, as you can see. And she went for the double cheeked up special. You can see both of them come out several inches. Jerica, why would you give me this information and lie to me? When it comes to this type of shit, I am him. Why lie? Here's another one of those skin whitening ones where she loses literally like 6 inches from her waist.
Look at her jawline.
Definitely just brightened your skin up right there. So let that be known to any shitfluencer in the future. If I ask, I already know the answer. I'm not asking for fun. I'm just asking to see if you'll be a normal fucking person and tell the truth.
Oh, that's where he's wrong. He said, I wonder if you'll just be a normal person and tell the truth. No, normal people aren't telling the truth. So basically, this guy just cruises around the internets and busts people for their fake stuff. It's kind of wild. I even spotted something. He didn't even talk about her cheek. Her whole cheek structure was different. I guess you can just assume that anyone you see on the internet now and on Instagram isn't really themselves. It's just like the safe bet. You didn't see there was many inches change. Yeah. Sorry. Maybe it's just because it's Instagram. Huge, huge differences in those photos. Hi, Ross. Yeah, he's like Hiller. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Natty or not. Yeah. But through photo editing. I wonder if Andrew knows who that guy is. I bet you he does. How about this? This is a little self-serving. Someone told me that this guy charges $1,000 an hour to see him for consulting. If you want to sit with this guy, it's $1,000 an hour. Not Sean Model, but this guy, whoever. Doc Amen. Okay, here we go. Watch.
People who play racket sports live longer than everybody else.
People who play racket sports live longer than everybody else.
Isn't that interesting? Because there's a part of the brain, the cerebellum, back bottom part of the brain. It's 10% of the brain's volume, but it has more than half of the brain's neurons. It's critically important, and one of its main functions is coordination, physical coordination, but also thought coordination and how quickly you can process information. And table tennis, and the reason I like it better than pickleball is it's faster. And there's a lot of spin and a lot of thinking that when you play at a high level, it's a strategy game. So reflex, fast reflex, very aerobic, and
ping pong's not very aerobic. Why do you have to say that part? That part's not true, right? Does anyone agree with him? Is there anything you think ping pong's aerobic?
Strategic. So it's
that's a great comment. maybe only the oldest people live long enough to be interested in playing racket sports. That is science. Look at Tom. God, he's so red-pilled. Look at him. Look at him. You work up a sweat playing ping pong? Send me a link. I want to see that.
It's working out your cerebellum. It's working out your parietal lobes in the top back part of your brain. They see where the ball is in space. And it's working out your frontal lobes because you are always creating strategy. And so it's this great whole brain exercise. So I teach my patients, go get a coach, get good. This will help rehabilitate your brain.
What about just juggling? What about just juggling? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Olympic ping pong is aerobic. Okay. I see that. Midday workouts for years was ping pong. Ping pong is no joke. You just need to be good enough. I mean, I like ping pong. I play ping pong. I've been dripping sweat from ping pong before, but you've got to want it. Like what? Like if you're playing in like someone's like you know those rooms they have on the East Coast in the summer and it's like covered by a net, like a mosquito. What are those rooms called? Like all you people on the East Coast in Florida, they have them. Ping pong is not aerobic. High level racquetball, probably the only sport close to CrossFit that will crush your soul. That other game, not only racquetball, but what about the other one? We had the world's best player on, or one of the world's best players. It's like racquetball, but the ball doesn't bounce as much. And tennis, man, tennis will get you pouring sweat. Oh, fair enough. Okay. No, this one. Where is it? Sean. Where's Sean? If you think ping pong isn't aerobic, you just suck at ping pong. Fine. I like smacking a shuttlecock around too. Sevan, if you ping pong like you wad, it's definitely not aerobic. Okay. Okie dokie. Easy. Hey, dude. Want me to call Hiller and just ask him to go live for you? Is that what you want? I can just call him and he can just go live and you can go over there. Douche. I don't even know what you're talking about. Exactly. No. Oh, I thought you said exactly, Sevan. See? What?
Hello.
What?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Hey, all right. The show is behind a little bit.
I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm mad.
Package in the mail anytime soon?
You're live on the air and I'm mad at you.
Why are you mad at me?
Because this guys in the comments keep saying that I should bring you on or that that we need you. And I'm just like, go away. Go. I'll call Hiller and tell him to go live so you can have Hiller.
I know I heard that part and then I called you.
Douche. Now I'm mad at you. You didn't even do anything and I'm mad at you.
Did you get a package in the mail?
The package in my pants. Can you give me a hint of what else it could possibly be?
Eat a dick.
And oh yeah. Was that from you?
Yeah.
Wow, that was great. I got it's sitting in my garage. I keep meaning to bring on a show. I got a chocolate penis, and I opened it, and Avi read on the package. As soon as I opened it, he goes, "Eat a dick." And then I got a hat that says "ass hat," and then I got these crayons that are amazing.
I know. I figured the boys would like them a lot.
Amazing. I'm not letting my boys use those crayons.
They wouldn't get there. You're not going to let them use them? Why?
No, those are classic. They got like white privilege white, and they got like the yellow one is like some racist comment against Asian people. Those crayons are awesome. Me
I had no idea what they said on them.
Me paint you, me yellow you long time or something. Yeah, it's crazy. Dick crayon. No, they're not dick crayons. They're like politically incorrect crayons. And then he sent me a chocolate dick. It's actually like a nice piece of chocolate and it has balls on it.
I pulled the ripcord on this one a little bit too early, I think, because you've been doing these 3-hour live shows, and I swore you would bring on the box of dicks, and you hadn't. And I go, What did he not get it?
Where are you? Are you at home?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to come on? Do you want me to just send you a link?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll come on.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Oh God, Ramon. Such an asshole. Let's see if I can. You know what's cool about Hiller is he has access to the back end. So when he comes on, I feel some sort of relief. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know. This person who just sent me the text, if you're watching the show, you said, what are the odds? I know. I can't believe it came up on this show too. We'll have to tell these people who are listening to today's show the inside joke that happened earlier. Crazy. All the information you guys feed me, I really appreciate it, by the way. I think Hiller does too. Like all the stuff you send and like your about just stuff that happens in the ecosystem and things you watch. Like yesterday, an affiliate called me and shared all this stuff with me, and I was like, oh, that's really cool that they told me all that. And at the time, maybe it doesn't mean anything, but like something happened on this show that made what the affiliate told me earlier or yesterday so relevant. Like two pieces came together that I can't even believe. Russ Stevens, imagine if the chat room was a real room. Sevi sits in the middle, not looking at anyone, and everyone else is spinning around the room, shouting stuff at the walls. Yeah, Hiller does it. He does watch. He can just come on his own. He has access to the back end. That's why I feel so much relief when Hiller's here. Because he has access to the back end. He's already in. He just hasn't come in yet. He must be like putting on his headphones or something. There he is.
I was waiting for permission. Usually you click the people in. I wasn't just going to put myself on your show, you know?
Put yourself on. Oh, it's weird. I have the wrong speakers. I didn't even know it. Here we go. Bam.
Good morning. What's going on?
Good morning. Hey, did you see this guy did you see the guy who's who he's kind of like you, but
yeah,
do you know him?
I don't know of him, no, but I saw you talking about him. Or
Have you ever seen it?
He used to be smaller and he's still around. I used to hear about the guy who would do that.
Yeah, one of the posts he had on there was I checked a few of them. One of them was a coach who requires naked pictures from his athletes. Yeah.
What's the sport? Men's or women's?
Bodybuilding. Well, that was the part. He's like, hey, dude, I have all these texts and all this information that shows that you require nude pictures from your female bodybuilders, but you don't require them from the men. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I was going to say, well, either way, it's kind of odd.
Yeah. But you know, part of me wants to be like, hey, it's your prerogative. Like if I need to see, if I'm going to be your coach and I need naked pictures of you, then you're into it or you're not.
Maybe he only works with one gender, and if he did work with the other, they would need pictures from both.
Well, no. And he shows that the guy responds to me, goes, that's not true. I don't ask for nudes from women. And then the guy responds with, yes, you do. Here's nudes that you have of women, and here's dudes you have in your underwear. How come you don't make the dudes show their cock and balls? Hey,
I've seen so many dicks in my life.
Do you think anyone gets so, you know how people put fat on in different places? Like I had this friend who used to just put fat on his face. So when he would get fat, you would see it in his face first. And other people, they put fat on their gut or their ass. You think there's anyone who puts fat just right on their cock? Have you ever seen I've never seen a fat cock.
I've seen a fat like pooch, you know, that kind of triangle-y area right where your dick hangs from.
Yeah, the fupa, the fat upper pussy area.
Right, but the male version, I've seen fat areas there.
But never fat on the actual, like on the shaft.
No.
Yeah, me neither. It's weird.
I don't think I've looked closely enough because I just said that I've seen a lot of dicks, but that's from wrestling. We all shower together.
Right.
And you don't examine it. Like, is that a fat dick or is that a big dick? What is big? Where does it come from?
This right here.
Oh, I know. I didn't ask. I meant, where's the big coming from?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not fat.
That big, or is it, you know, it's like that dude over there, that's a big dude, but is he fat or is he muscular? You know,
right.
What kind of dick is it?
Right.
A muscular dick.
So flaccid. Hey, there was a comment in here I wanted to pull up. Someone said that you eviscerated, Hillary, you eviscerated Spiegel.
The only thing I have in my head.
I don't think you got to. I don't think you eviscerated her. Did you?
Did you see it?
It's the Instagram.
I made a video today, kind of streamlining it, and you'll really like the beginning. I was kind of excited for you to see the first 30 seconds.
Hold on,
I was really excited for that.
I want to see the Instagram first.
The Instagram has a stream of it, right?
So paint the picture here for me. What happened? So she turned in a score, and then you saw the video, and she was using grips, and you're not allowed to.
There's a submission deadline on Sunday. You got to have all your scores in by Sunday at 2:00 my time. The Buttery Bros were there on what looked like Friday or Saturday covering the event. And during that time, they grabbed a clip of her doing the 5th workout, deadlifting with grips on, which is stated in the rules you may not do. So they released a video 2 days ago, I believe at this point, where she's very clearly shown wearing grips. They said that they had spoken to her.
2 days ago would be on Tuesday, so way past the deadline.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And like you got to edit the video and put it all together. And they go, we grabbed this footage from earlier. She redid it. And at that point in time, it showed a 5:55 on the leaderboard, which is solid set by Sunday. And they said, hey, she redid it. All right. But then she gets the penalty. And the penalty is a major penalty. And
wait, let me ask you this real quick. Sorry, Andrew. Yeah. When the Buttery Bros showed it, did they show her time also?
They did, but then it's a.
And was the time the same time on the board, 5:55?
Yes, but it's an overlay, so it could have been they grabbed that off the leaderboard because it also had.
Okay.
So you're unsure whether or not it's an overlay or not, but it looks incredibly bad.
Yeah.
And it's also so easy to prove otherwise that she had redone it. I mean, just prove it.
Right.
If you're innocent, prove it. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on talking crap over here.
Yeah. Hey, and it would be weird that you put an overlay of a time of a workout that was different than the workout that she did.
Right.
And the truth is that if that was an Andrew Hiller video, and I respect Heber and Mars for like their polished, cool look, but if it was an Andrew Hiller video, you would have put, she got 5:55 on this, and you would have put a note at the bottom that said, hey, just so you know, she redid it and got 6:23 or 4:59.
The really shitty thing is that the whole time I was just watching Chandler and I go, wow, look at how well Chandler's doing on all of this. But what I had to do is talk about the grips on Spiegel.
Oh, right.
He's got
What did you like that he was doing?
Well, he did the GHD setups the way that they were intended to be done. That was one of the main things. Which is go ahead.
Sevan, do you keep in touch with Heber and Mars? Not really, but like if I saw if I watched one of their videos and I liked it, I would tell them, hey, you guys did a great job. Or if I saw a new piece of camera equipment that I thought was really cool, like a mic or a gimbal, I might send them a link and be like, guys, have you seen this? Or but I don't they were we were never friends. I mean, we weren't enemies at all. But we were we didn't hang out. We maybe I would work out with them or we would film something together on a rare occasion, but they weren't we didn't travel in the same
pack.
Yeah, besides at the games, I didn't really, that was the only time I would really like hang with them. And even then they were on their own, they were on their own mission.
Is this true? If you had a seat to this shirt, then you get that thing, that drawing you were doing, is that true or no?
Yeah, you'd have to put the C, OGC, and then you'd have the guy holding his dick in his hand.
Turn sideways.
Yeah. Crazy. OGC. Okay, so I'm gonna play. But that's not. Is that really eviscerating her? So she used the straps. All she has to do is be like, yeah, oops, I used the straps.
Have you seen the newest Vindicate shirt?
No, let me play this real quick, and then we'll I don't think it's a big deal. Like if you mess up, you messed up. So what? This says score modified because they said I had pulled. Oh, this is the Daniel Brandon.
Well, no, this is a comparison piece. So they are. So you've seen that, right? The Daniel Brandon.
Yeah, after I saw that, I went to the video and I stopped it frame by frame, and I basically saw that she has let go.
Yeah, it's incredible that they're going to penalize her, and then they're not going to more drastically penalize Spiegel. It's amazing. That's what they're doing. That's how you break CrossFit, is what I said.
How do they not? Anyway, let's watch this one by Danny Spiegel that supposedly eviscerated her.
Like not competing this year. I think it's more exciting because I'll be honest with you, like a lot of athletes, we're back there and we're like, okay, well, we know who's got first. Like, who do we think's got second? It doesn't change what I'm going to do. It doesn't
matter what you think.
With Tia like not competing this year. I think it's more exciting because I'll be honest with you, like a lot of athletes, we're back.
Hey, do you think that she should just be disqualified for that?
She should be given a 0 on the deadlift. She didn't do any. You can't use your grips. So she used her grips on every single one. She did 0. And then the thing that I said today is, you know who Willie Georges is, right?
Yeah.
He had shoulder surgery. He doesn't have the greatest handstand push-ups. And on the first workout, it took him out of the semifinal.
Yeah.
Because he basically got stopped at the wall on the set of 21, which you end the first workout with.
Right.
You get stopped there. And if he were to do what Spiegel had done there, which is just do whatever the hell you want and get through them, he'll get the 15% penalty.
Oh, you mean like used his feet to climb up the wall or something?
Do whatever you want. So you finish in 14 minutes and he's done. I think it was like 12:45 was his actual score. Now, that's because it probably took him 3 or 4 minutes to do the handstand push-ups. Let's say he does it in one set in 1 minute, moves his hands way out here. Then he's in the semifinals. He gets a 50. That's what CrossFit is telling everyone to do. Do whatever you want. 15% penalty.
I watched your video with Tia's pregnancy video.
And?
I thought you were very, very, very
gentle.
But you brought up a good point. No one knows.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I agree with that 100%. No one knows whether Tia is no one can judge Tia for what she's doing because you have no clue. There's never been another human being like her. And there's no doctor in the world who can speak to Tia. Like you don't know. So that part I agree with. But I still think what she's doing is batshit crazy.
It was me making a video trying to state the case and then also state my opinion.
Yeah. I don't think you should.
It was gentle, yes.
Yeah. It was very gentle. I thought it was great. And you used a good comparison with your with Alexis. I thought it was really good.
She's on this page right now. So she went to see this doctor, and the doctor told her that basically absolutely nothing about what the process is going to look like, and he referred her to a Facebook group. Yeah, you'll find all your answers in there. And I was like, are you kidding? And then she's in there, and I go, none of these people are anything like you. Just like none of these people are anything like Tia.
No, nothing like her. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, look at this. So here it is. That was a good one, Hiller. Couldn't imagine, though, if she tripped on a box. I mean, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. When you do trip on that box and you do hurt your baby, you don't recover from that. Like this is your life, and then it just goes off on this trajectory off this way. And yeah, it's there's got to be.
And then all of a sudden, the video I made sounds pretty stupid. You should have been more aggressive, Hiller.
No, I think you handled it well. The thing is that no one knows. I mean, she's so special. She's so fucking. She's such a special human being. She's so. I think you nailed it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I think I part of me was like pissed, but it's like she's look at Sean. If you fall off your the rope, you ruin your child. Yeah, but the thing is, it's different when there's a baby and you fall off the rope.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
Kid bounces, no problem.
The box jump is a great point.
And did she didn't climb any ropes pregnant, did she?
No.
Yeah, I mean that would be.
I think she only did the box jump clean and jerk workout in the quarterfinal, or maybe the dumbbell snatch crossover one too.
I'm switching back in. Hiller, do you think that Danny should be mad at you for this? I don't think you were mean to her at all. She looks fucking great in that video. She looks nice. She's having fun. She's pretty. Her body's cool. She sounds smart. She's articulate. She fucked up and she used the grips. Do you think any part of you thinks she did that she was trying to cheat?
I don't think she was trying to. No.
At all. Do you think she's trying to cheat even a little bit?
I don't think. No, I think that she's.
Me neither. I don't think she's trying to cheat even 1%. I don't think she's trying to cheat.
Here's what she is.
Yeah.
Here's exactly what she is.
Yeah, I don't understand. A bunch of people sent me this. What does this mean? Oh, is that a man standing behind her? Is that Sean Woodland? Holy fuck, Sean Woodland standing behind her. You see that a guy smiling back there, right? You see that?
Where?
That's a mouth back there, right? See
Here?
that line? Is that go lower? That line, is that someone's mouth closed? Is that someone's
tattoo,
lips
homie.
pursed? What?
It's a tattoo.
Oh, that's her shoulder. Oh shit! I thought that was a guy wearing a beanie back there with a tattoo on his face, and that line was his mouth. Oh shit! I thought that was some dude bending her over.
Hell no.
I don't get what unbothered. What does that mean? Oh, you think that's a response to you?
Yes, dude. Come on. Probably not just me. I bet there's a bunch of people reaching out to her. Everyone's probably getting after her for that. She's unbothered by it, and that's the thing.
She should be unbothered by it.
She's not trying to cheat. She's so far past the point and she cares about anything that she can do whatever she wants, which is an issue. She should be playing to the same. Like Vellner said, he read through the rules 10 times and he didn't get them. Spiegel didn't read through the rules once.
Did Vellner really say that?
I got that from a source.
Oh.
I don't know. I think it may have been on his Instagram, though. I just missed it.
If you have to post a selfie about being unbothered, you're bothered.
That's what I got from a whole plethora of chicks.
Wait a second. Will you pull that back up a second?
Yes, sir.
Do you know how to blow that up, Hiller? I want to show you Sean Woodland standing over her and giving her the D.
I'm on it.
You kidding me? You guys don't see that? Can you just you blow that up right there? Is there any way to zoom in on that?
No.
Cody, just put your hand over it. You don't see Sean Woodland's face?
I
yeah.
it.
Oh my God, you're so good. Can we scroll?
Yep.
You don't see that Sean Woodland standing back there? He's got a face tattoo. And he's just giving her the D and he's wearing a beanie.
Not too close.
No, it's good. Yeah, there you go.
Are you talking about like right over here?
Yeah, look at that line there. Look at that line going this way, horizontal. Doesn't that look like Sean Woodland's lips, like pursed?
Right here.
Lower.
Oh.
That. Yeah. I thought that was his mouth, and he's standing behind her. Hurry up, finish doing your Instagram so I can give it to you.
I didn't see it. I mean, I honestly thought that this was the mouth at first, but no, it's a tattoo.
That attaboy. Thank you. Attaboy. All right. Okay. So, Michael C., we have to admit she's hot. I do think she's hot, but I don't like that. I not in that picture. When she dolls herself up, I like her like holding wood over her head. Girls who eat.
No.
Girls who cheat. Oh, wow. That's a real. People can buy that.
People can buy that.
Wow.
Travis threw this together last night, like on a fly last minute.
Wow, that's amazing.
I think he's doing a one-off.
Wow.
I'm just getting you on board. Yeah, I'm keeping you up to date.
Thank you. Shit, that is incredible.
Can I also show you the intro to the video? Because I want to see your reaction.
Please, yes, please.
I really,
want me to pull it up?
30 seconds. I got it.
No, I love your intros.
I really think you're gonna like this.
Yo. Oh wait, real quick before you show us this intro, did you see that thumbnail that Zach Tillander made of the CrossFit nerds versus bodybuilding dorks or something?
No.
And there's look how fast you are. Scroll down a little bit.
Which one?
Go to videos.
These are all of them.
No, see the one that says online nerds. Someone said that's me.
Online nerd. Oh, I mean, it kind of looks like you.
It's just a dude with a big nose and glasses. My arms definitely don't look like that. I don't have a shirt like that. But do you think he
it kind of looks like you? Here, I got a better way to look at this.
I put out a request.
Never mind. No, it doesn't look like you anymore.
Oh, okay. I put out a request that someone make me a thumbnail that gives Zach Tillander Down syndrome. Look at Kenneth DeLapp. That's your face, Sevi.
All right, you ready for this?
I'm in that video. If I'm in that video, then that okay, yeah, let's go. Forget it. Forget
All
Zach.
right.
Zachy boy.
This is
Here
it.
we go.
It's only 30 seconds.
My favorite movie.
Have they told you who I am? Some dead man. And you know why I've come all the way for you? I'm going to hear you confess before you die. Say it now and we can make this quick. Say it. No, you can't die yet. You haven't confessed. Say it!
Did you see you?
Yes.
Yeah, I made you Tyrion, but I don't know if you can really tell. You're Tyrion.
Say it now and we can make this quick.
That's the midget.
There he is. That was you.
That's the midget, Tyrion Lannister.
Yeah.
God, I love being a midget.
One who's really good at speaking. That's you.
Tell me about shirts. Tell me about shirts.
What's up, boys?
Hey.
I'm going through you because Hiller doesn't answer his phone. Tell him to look at his phone. I got a design update for him.
Travis has a design update for you, Mr. Andrew Hiller.
Oh.
We're gonna make it a little more PC friendly.
No.
Good with that?
What is
No?
it? What is it? What do you take out? The cookie? Girls who cheat. No, I think. Well, I like the first one better.
Show it to someone.
I like the. I would take out those parentheses.
Don't get soft on us, Travis.
Just take out the.
You like it the way it was?
PC. I want a Floyd 19 shirt. I really do want a Floyd 19 shirt.
I will make you a Floyd 19.
I want to
shirt,
sell
and you can
Floyd.
have
I want to
the one
sell
of one.
Floyd 19 shirts. I don't know why it's such a big deal to stand up for someone who's looking out for melanated people. I know it's popular to put your foot on the black man's neck and hold him down, but we can stop doing that. Those days are over. Let's Floyd 19. Let everyone know that was.
Okay, chat is saying yes to parentheses.
Well, you saw one
chat.
comment that said that. One comment.
Chat.
I've seen about 4 or 5 now.
Caitlin. That's a great name, Caitlin. Caitlin's blocking her breast with her hand and her phone. What does she know?
Well, I think she's taking a
Caitlin.
picture.
Yeah, I don't approve. Move the camera. Caitlin. She
All
took
right,
a
guys,
PC
comment
photo.
section. Parentheses or no parentheses?
Where's Caleb? Put a
Oh
poll
my
up.
God. Philip Kelly wants a Khalipa 19 shirt. Wow.
I gotta know because people are actually buying them already. So
How many?
I don't know what to, or like a dozen so far.
That's
And
fantastic.
it's been up for 2 hours.
Bruce Wayne, no to parentheses. A JL, if
Bruce
you're going to
Wayne
be
says no.
savage, be savage.
Oh,
Heidi.
all right, fuck it. We're gonna stay savage.
Sean Jozwiak. Straight from Poland, no parentheses. Heidi Krim, no parentheses. Greg C, no parentheses. Nico, no.
I've had no idea how to create a poll, unfortunately.
Nate Williams, fuck no, full send. Ramon,
Maybe I'll
Sevan
put
does not make.
I'll
Well,
put up-
this is the douche that kept
Maybe I'll
wanting
put
you
up
to.
both and see what happens.
I don't know how to poll.
Ramon wanted you on the show, by the way. Say hi to Ramon. Raymond.
I think only Beaver knows how to make a poll.
Look how thick that guy's thighs are that Raymond's carrying. Look at Raymond's hair. He could be in that movie.
We could.
He's got that straight bang cut.
Right.
Sevan poll.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna create our own poll. I'm gonna put up both of them. We're gonna see which one sells better.
God, who gives a
You're gonna
fuck
put
what
up
they
both?
want?
Put up both. That'd be neat. I mean, that way
No,
you make
do what
everyone
you
happy,
want.
sell twice as many shirts, right?
Do what you want. Do what represents
That's what
you.
people- I don't know. I might be seeing more people saying no, going full send. All right, cool.
Go full send.
Oh, I'm
We're
going to
going
throw
full
up.
send.
Thank
What
you
are
for
you-
calling.
Did we make you uncomfortable?
No, I just don't like the fact that we give a fuck what anyone else thinks and that we're making a shirt. I want to be part of making a shirt that people want. Fuck them. I want to make the shirt that addresses the issue. Okay, bye. Make me uncomfortable.
Don't add parentheses. Goodbye. No parentheses. Stick with it.
That's like allowing businesses to decide how to invest your money, whether they wanted to put it in stop global warming, to help continue to enforce racism through BLM, or to make you more money. No, I don't want you to have those choices. Just make me more money. That's why I invested with you. I need you fucking dealing with global warming, you jackass.
Travis, if you...
Oh, but we're going to vote. Fuck off.
I'm out.
Vote.
Don't you dare add parentheses.
Guys, I have 3 topics I'd like to bring up today on the Sevan Podcast, and I'm going to let you vote to decide which one I bring up.
I was in 3rd grade and I decided voting did nothing.
Yeah. Vote.
I had a DVD collection. My dad did. Whole bunch of them. So I went to Catholic grade school. Class had 30 people. I brought in 30 DVDs, and I swear to God, of all the movies I brought in, because I've always been big on movies, every single one of them got 2 votes. And then one of the movies I didn't bring in that was already there got all the votes. The teacher had it. She goes, we watch this, or Andrew said he's going to bring in a bunch of movies. And every movie I brought in tied. And then the one that she had already, like a recency bias thing.
Did that break your heart? Did that break your heart?
It was kind of, well, fuck it, I'm bringing it up at this point.
Yeah.
I was in 3rd grade, so however many years later.
What was the movie that won?
I don't remember. I just remember.
Oh, my goodness.
It was like Holes or something. It wasn't mine.
Holes? That's the name of a movie?
Stanley Yelnats, right? It's the one that was made off the book. The dude goes to that camp and digs the holes as punishment for stealing those shoes.
Holes?
It's a really good movie. I'll pull it up for you. You'll know Holes.
Allison NYC, why does everyone hate Danny? She cheated and doesn't want people to look at her body but post naked pictures. I don't think she cheated. I don't think that's a fair characterization. I know you're not saying that, Allison. You're asking. The thing is, she has this epic body that she works so hard for, and she barely wears any clothes. Wow, is this like a Goonies movie?
Dude, you've never seen Holes?
No, but it looks good.
It's really good.
Hey, look at, by the way, what year is this movie made? Oh my God, what's his name? That's Shia LaBeouf.
Hell yeah, it is. Do it. 2003.
Guys, look at this movie poster. This is in 2003 and we're in 2023. There were 4 melanated kids in the movie poster.
And just do it.
And a Jew. Yeah, he's probably a Jew. Maybe 5 melanated. I can't even tell.
This dude's name is Armpit.
Stop playing the fucking victim. Stop playing the fucking victim. I did see that post that Elizabeth Akinwale made. You want to see 500 of the dumbest people on planet Earth? Look at the people in her comment section. They say absolutely nothing. I will bring that post up, and we will discuss it once. I'm gonna wait till Suze is on here because he's an affiliate owner.
Suze's coming?
No, not today, but just eventually at some point. God, it's an embarrassment. It's so embarrassing. If you're gonna say something, give a solution. Andrew, you're not nice to me.
And?
I'm just saying you're not nice to me.
What did I do?
Exactly. You're not nice to me.
You're just saying that?
Yeah, I'm just saying that. How many times do I have to tell you you're not nice to me before I don't tell you what you did, before you're like, okay, dude, get the fuck out of my life. Get away. He has to know what I did to him. In order to fix it, he has to know what I did to him.
You were teeing me up. Okay. I got
Yeah,
it.
thank you. And you did great. You did great.
All right.
What did you do? Well, do you know what you did? I'll tell you what you do, Andrew. You don't make me feel comfortable around you. You don't make me feel comfortable.
Is that my fault?
Well, clearly it is. I don't feel welcome. I don't feel welcome. When you come on my show, I don't feel welcome. Oh, it's just nuts. Well, what is it that you do that makes me what is it? I'm going to play Andrew's role now. Sevan, what is it exactly that I do? You don't like me, and I asked why, and you said it's because I don't make you feel comfortable. What is it that I do that makes you feel uncomfortable? It's just you. It's just your existence. That's what the comments look like in Elizabeth Akinwale's comment section. It's like the exact opposite of personal accountability and personal responsibility but even if let's say I wasn't going to take any personal responsibility and accountability and I were really just to be like, you know what it is, Andrew?
What?
I'm going to tell you.
What did I do to you? What is it that you dislike?
It's just the fact that you're so fucking buff and it just offends me of how good your body is. It just offends me.
If you want to get buff, say hormones.
It just offends me. I'm just offended by your buffness.
Use code Sevan for free.
But she didn't cheat. I mean, by cheat, I just mean like she dear Sarah Cox. She didn't I don't think I think if you were to tell Danny, like right before she does that workout, if you say, hey, you're not allowed to wear grips, she throws them off. Yeah, she's not like, and she might even thank you. Like, I think she would have thanked someone if they would have said, hey, you can't use grips. She'd been like, oh, thank you.
Dude, it's just insane. Well, number one, it's insane that CrossFit wrote a workout which would incentivize you to do so. Number two, it's insane no one told her. Number three, I'm sorry I make you feel uncomfortable, but that's your fault.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving the power back to me. What is let me ask you this. I do think it's your point of Willie Georges, like, why doesn't everyone just cheat if you're only going to get a penalty? Or why doesn't everyone just not follow the rules?
Oh, it's a terrible point.
And take a penalty. No, I like your point, but here's my thing. Is there a line? Is there a sentence? Is there a way I can look at workouts to know whether something should be a penalty versus a zero? Because it does seem a little harsh to me to give her a 0.
Well, they have added this year a section where they are outlining that. I'll see if I can find it. And there is nothing written about grips.
But I'm just saying, like, is there some sort of, let's say, how much were the deadlifts, Andrew?
The weight? Or
yeah.
I mean, it was 21 at 155.
Okay, let's say she would have done 145.
Okay.
Would that be a disqualification or is that a penalty? You used the wrong weight.
I mean, that's the issue. They're just kind of making up their own rules.
Is there any, I don't even know how to ask this question. Is there any distinction in
well.
how, pardon me?
I think that was stated well. I understand where you're going with it. Like, what
happens when you cross from you're so far off the path that it goes from penalty to 0? Like, where is that line that distinguishes whether it's just a penalty or Vittori? Jesus. Sevan, stop being a bitch. Give her a 0.
There you go.
Oh man.
There we go. 0 score violations.
Okay.
There you go. Incorrect weight used. That'll be a 0. You're right.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Incorrect height used.
Okay.
Not showing the height.
Okay.
Facing the wrong way on any of the pulling movements.
Okay.
Not conforming the floor layout. Confirming. No visible timer.
I think they meant conforming, not confirming. Oh, like not measuring the distance with the.
Correct.
Okay.
Incorrect measurements and intentional.
Sorry, go back to timer. Go back. Start. I interrupted you. Go back to those last 3.
Timer. Not having a visible timer.
Okay.
Intentionally altering the rep scheme. So if she were to
okay, that word's weird, right? Intentionally.
Interesting. You're right. Damn, you're good.
Intention. So if in the video we heard her say, I'm going to use these grips anyway. Man, intent is something weird. That word should not be in there.
Well, she's unbothered, which means that
I don't think that word's altering the rep scheme or order of movements. So that means if you did, instead of 21-15-9, you did 22-14-10, you're toast.
Right.
Oh God, that's bullshit, dude. That's not true. If you would have done, because if it's 21-15-9 and you did 22-16-10, they're not giving you a 0.
So if you alter it for the better for you.
Yeah. If you do too many double unders, they're not fucking DQing your shit.
If an athlete is assessed a no rep in any movement, the athlete's average cycle time for the movement will be calculated and doubled and added as penalty time. Interesting. That deadlift didn't count. We're going to find out the aggregate of your deadlift time, take it down to 1 rep, double it, and assess it.
So if it's 1 second, then they're going to make it 2 seconds.
Right. It's crazy.
Hey, I wonder how high you have to lift the bar off the ground for it to count, because you could just go up and down 1 inch off the ground and they say you don't have full range of motion and you take the penalty. And your average rep time would be like 1/8 of a second.
And all of a sudden we're right back to Willie George's
issue.
Right.
Man.
I wonder what they look like on that workout. I didn't mean to make your show into a CrossFit show, by the way.
It's okay. The first hour and a half was good. If your judge accidentally, now it's just gone to shit now. But look at you brought, since you've been on, 100 new people came on with you.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to hear about this stuff.
If your judge accidentally counts wrong, you think they should get a 0 score? Hey, so are Danielle and what was this? Why do you have Danielle and
Spiegel
in a conflict where I'm the midget watching?
CrossFit has pitted them against one another without doing it intentionally. They're going to penalize Daniel Brandon while she didn't do anything wrong, and then they're not as harshly as they should be not penalizing Spiegel for 2 consecutive years where they should be. They're rewarding her for doing it incorrectly 2 years consecutive.
So I want to paint this picture to you guys, and then we'll ask Andrew the question what actually happened. So basically, for those of you who don't know, Danielle Brandon did this workout, and she was on a rower, and she was supposed to. You could not pull the rower after the clock elapsed past 20 minutes. Well, you can see at the 20-minute mark, she has let go of the rower, and there's no way she could have pulled it, and yet she got a penalty. But there's people who are speculating on the web that she used an app called the WOD-Proof app to film this, and the WOD-Proof app has a built-in timer, and that timer may have shown past 20 minutes, and that's what CrossFit saw.
At which rate, they're freaking idiots, because not the people on the internet necessarily, because any speculation is good speculation with this, but
do you think there's any truth to that? And what would CrossFit do if one timer said 20 and the other said 20?
Well, you know the answer to this one, dude.
I do.
They have nothing anywhere telling their side of the story. Like what's happening? What's the truth? There's no. And in the past, they would just straight up tell people. I mean, Sam Dancer commented it. Did you see that? On one of my posts, he goes, "Remember the day where they would just kick people out?"
Right.
There was a point in time where they would make examples of people like this.
Right.
And goes, "No, this is how we actually figured out the score. It was the WOD thing. Daniel Brandon stopped making us look bad, but either they're wrong or she did nothing wrong." I'm going with she did nothing wrong, because she's an athlete looking at the clock on the wall, right?
And Jamie agrees with you. Jamie's saying it could be a false start. We could speculate all sorts of things, but either way, the violation needs to be clear.
Right. Right. I thought I had this video of Daniel Brandon somewhere. I have all these little. Did you see how I do this? This is going to drive you nuts. This is just my screen.
Yeah.
This is how I make videos.
Those are just like those are graphics or pictures that you use regularly for like, and you were just yanking them up.
Right. Like this is where I got that picture of you to create to your.
Yeah, that's how I do it too. My desktop's a disaster, and then every once in a while I clean it up.
Right.
I just grab them all and I put into photos.
There you are. There's the vector image of you. So it's just you. So when I pull you in there, it's no longer out of background.
Look at that, a vector image.
Yeah, clear background.
Jethro Cardona. Sorry, gymnastic grips used for barbell work shouldn't have to be a rule. Oh, meaning that everyone should just know you can't use them?
I mean, Trish said it rather well, which is just eliminate them from competition.
Oh yeah,
I'm down with that. I mean,
I'm down with that too.
Fitness, use your freaking hands.
Yeah, I'm down with that too.
You ever see that meme? It's like, what do you mean straps? You mean fingers? You mean hands?
Yeah,
some, like real buff dude. It's that 1980s lift the dumbbell over the head, dude.
Annika got nuked for something far less objectionable than using grips on deadlifts. Well, I don't know. Unless clock, like what if you make the distinction? One of the things you'll automatically get a zeros is if you don't get your video in on time. Like that sounds like a pretty good distinction.
I think that there's actually a rule against having it in past the deadline with Annika last year.
Yeah. You mean that you can't, yeah, I think you're right.
I do think that they are having conversations with athletes this year about video issues and past the deadline this year, though, which is kind of nuts.
Do you like riddles?
Love them. I'm not good at them, but
remember what you just said, because I'm going to ask you about it in a second.
Okay.
Now listen, people, I dare you to try to understand this. I had to read the comments to understand. You won't be able to read. I'm hiding the comments that will give us away. I had to read the comments to understand this video. I watched this video 10 times.
All right. What am I looking for? Just watch it?
Yeah, just watch this video. Oh, and there's audio with it too. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Just tell me if you get this video. It took me forever to get this.
All right, Bam, taking a picture. Go to the left. Yeah, my left. Keep going. A little bit. Oh, back.
You're kidding, dude.
Perfect. Just like that. Yep.
You got this right away?
Yes, I knew it before she even got there. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, my left. Keep going. A little bit.
I was tripping on her pants kind of fitting her weird, kind of. I was like, is her waist too high on those pants, or I was just tripping on her clothes?
All right, Bam, taking a picture. Go to the left.
Man.
I'm kind of fascinated
Yeah, my
with
left.
the way clothing
Keep going.
works.
A little bit. Oh, back.
So you got that right away?
Just like that.
Kingdom?
Yep.
Yes.
That's the picture.
How?
All right, Bam.
What do you think? What were you thinking the first time you saw it?
I was like, oh, he's trying to get his wife or daughter or whatever to pose, his girlfriend, his porn star, and that maybe he was just like, there was going to be some guy who was going to walk by and ogle her titties or something. I didn't even.
The first thing I looked at in the background were the words.
And you just knew. You're like good at Scrabble. You're just like, all right, anal kingdom. Sevi, I wasn't as focused on her boobs as you. Yeah, I was totally looking at her boobs, and like I was
looking too low.
And I was looking around for like what people were saying. This is a fake video, really? I don't. Either way, it's fine.
Yeah, it's probably fake.
Thank you, Magnus. Whew, look at that. Point, Sevi. Sevan, you are normal. Hiller is strange.
For having noticed the words right away, I'm strange.
I overthought it. This motherfucker beat me at Scrabble. How did I overthink it? This guy's fucking doing Boggle and Scrabble and word games. I'm looking at titties. I'm like just scratching my butt and looking at it. Anal kingdom.
Yeah, I don't understand the pants either.
I really like Instagram because of that stuff. Like that's what I think. Just creativity, doing fun stuff like that.
Dude, that's why you gotta start doing TikTok. You'll love it. You won't. Wait, Avi, how old are you now?
What were you saying? You were saying something about CrossFit before I got distracted by boobs?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think my last series of thoughts was men's basketball shorts in the 60s being really short. And then they went through a stage where they were real long.
Yes.
Which is what I thought when I saw this woman's pants. And they're interesting and they're different than they were maybe 10 years ago.
Like, I think she has a better body than her clothes were letting her.
I'll be high. I've never gotten the cover your belly button shorts, but I also don't wear them. So I don't know.
Yeah.
They're really tight and they cover your belly button, but then they're also incredibly short.
Hey, what ended up happening in Chicago? Did you guys get a new mayor?
I heard the one's out. That's about as far as I know.
The crazy one.
Mm-hmm. The one that, from anything that I ever heard, I didn't very much agree with, which isn't very much, and I don't know anything, but I heard she's out. Is that correct? Can you confirm?
Yeah, she's out. And I don't know who won, but she was crazy. That was Lori Lightfoot. She was the one with the fucked up haircut. She was the one that said basically she's going to make everyone's life, this is almost verbatim, a living hell who doesn't get the injection, who lives in her town. And then she got caught going to the barber to get a haircut during the lockdowns, and her excuse was that she's a public person and that she needs to look good when she's in public. Have you ever seen this woman?
Have I? Yeah. I've
Yeah.
seen her.
There's no fucking way this lady's concerned about the way she looks. I really don't like to be, I don't want to be mean, but she's maybe one of the most unattractive human beings I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh man. I mean,
look at this. Do you know what an Oscar is? Does anyone know what an Oscar is? It's a kind of fish. Do you know what
Yes,
an
I
Oscar
do.
is?
I'm
Yes.
gone.
Yes. She's an Oscar, dude. I used to have a fish in my fish tank that looked exactly like her. I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull up Oscar fish. They were like the cool fish to have. They were
Franklin the turtle. Holy shit.
They were crazy aggressive.
Yeah, I know. I used to have a fish tank, man. I know the fish.
And they would eat little fish. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it justice, but these are Oscars. Yeah, they ate everything. We need
man, these things are evil.
Look at here. That's Lori Lightfoot right there.
Dude, she's gonna come after you. Be careful.
It's I mean, man, she's unique. She's a unique looking human being.
I mean,
I don't want to say she's hideous. It's not like that, but she just doesn't look human to me. She's like something's not. She got dealt a horrible hand.
The haircut thing is kind of where I get stuck. Just it's a justification thing. I get stuck on people doing that.
Yeah, you needed to break COVID rules so that you could look better. How about some? I'm not even a proponent of makeup, but how about just a little eyeliner or something? How about a hat?
I mean, I grew my hair out during COVID. It got real long, all the way, about as long as yours. Because she made our lives a living hell in Chicago.
She did, right?
I don't know. It was a joke.
Oh, good.
It
Oh,
didn't
because
land.
of what she said. Yeah, you didn't care. You didn't know.
She got a haircut and none of us could, so I just grew mine out. Got long. I kind of liked it.
I don't want to say she's ugly, but I don't say a lot of things that are true. Oh man, yeah. I want to get Zach Thielander back. Maybe someone can make like an image for a thumbnail of me that's like a hybrid, a blending of Lori Lightfoot and Zach Thielander.
What?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like when Wad Zombie meshes people together.
Right. Yeah, he's good at that.
Yeah, mesh Thielander and Lori Lightfoot.
That would be something I'd like to see.
Oh, they choose their mayor in April, so you guys have a little while. Yeah, I'm tired of calling him Thielander. It's too hard. It's Thielander. Fuck it, whatever.
It does roll when you say Thielander. Right?
Thielander. Yeah, he should just change it. He should just accept it. It's so much better than Thielander. No one wants to say Thielander.
It's Tell, actually.
Thielander?
Like smell. That's how I remember.
Thielander. That's a little bit.
Like
that's a little bit better.
He's been making a lot of CrossFit videos recently. It's because, dude, remember what we talked about the other day? I don't know where you want to direct your show.
Anywhere. Go ahead.
We were chatting about Edwardson's golf channel, and that thing is just on a rocket ship.
Oh, yeah. Let's see that. Nate's killing it. Yeah.
I'm on it.
Yeah, what a stud, right? I wonder if we can do that. I'm doing these Frisbee golf shows with Brian Friend.
I've seen how to go yesterday.
I think it's was it yesterday? A couple of days ago? I think it's going great. I mean, not as great as fucking Nate's a boss.
He's on a rocket ship.
Dude, these are really what the guys look like who play golf. They're so young. Look at those guys in that 642 video breaking the good, and the good news could bring them back. Those guys look like they're 18.
They're young. Their channel has 1 million people. I look at this and Nate is like, this is the breadcrumbs channel. So this one's actually, I watched it, and The dude, Rick Shields, has 2 million or something subscribers.
The guy he's covering. The guy he's covering.
Yeah, the guy on the left over here.
Okay.
And they're going to put on some YouTube golf tournament, right? And he addresses this in his podcast, which is an hour or something long. And Nate's 6-minute video is basically encompassing an important topic in that hour 15 podcast. So people are just going there to listen to the one topic so they don't have to scrub through the podcast. So he's doing a service to some people. He's saving them time.
What is the topic? Is it anything exciting? Like that he cheated, that he used grips, or that he has a huge dong and you can see it through his pants? Is there anything like titillating or stimulating, or is it
YouTube
just like
golf is huge? So there's these good people. There's Rick Shields. There's another guy somewhere.
Oh, those people on the right there are doing this in the same business as him?
Peter Finch. That's
They're
another
not-
big one. He's a big YouTube golfer. And
Oh wait, let me see that again. Someone big commented on his
Yeah, man. 531,000 subscribers. Thanks for your YouTube golf is your passion for YouTube golf is inspiring.
Wow. Like, click on Peter Finch's. I want to see how big his is.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God. Holy cow.
9 days ago, 6 days ago, hundreds of thousands. His most popular videos, 1.8 million, couple of them. Huge.
Oh my goodness.
So the thing that Edwardson made that video on was
Look, Heidi's gonna start a YouTube station. Sorry.
On what?
On golf.
She should.
Hey, are there any hot chicks who do it? You know how like there's hot chicks who like fish and they're just in a bikini top, but they're like fishing experts, but they got D's. Do they have like golf hot chick
YouTube
channel?
golf girl. Here you go.
Oh
Great,
shit.
great. Oh,
holy shit.
Should I play one of these videos?
Go to her shorts. I think that's more than enough for us. Wow, this is nuts.
I'm not trying to get you in trouble by playing these videos.
My body
What's up,
count?
guys? Get ready with me to go play.
Oh, by the way, did you hear that song she was playing? Did you guys hear that? That's a white person playing that song on their channel. That's the same as them saying it. And so basically, I just said that word 8 times.
If you want to learn how to play golf, don't.
Sorry. All right. Done scrolling. It just plays these right away. I never do shorts.
Dude, her body is ridiculous.
What's up, guys? Get ready with me to go play.
Oh, man.
She, first of all, she 18.
How tall are you? I don't know, but I'm just trying not to get your channel in trouble by playing music too long.
How about that guy abdominal workout? What's that? Oh, now we're just on YouTube in general.
I did not know that accounts like this existed.
Look at this. There's lots of
Look at this thumbnail.
Where's my arrow? Your arrow's messing with my arrow. Hey, are you trying not to swear?
I'm giving it a go, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
that thumbnail's insane. Hey, so did she put ice cubes on her nipples first?
I don't know. Probably.
Someone tell me, did she?
It's got 2.4 million views.
Jethro, I'm going to start when
Hey,
I get back
guys,
to Santa Cruz.
There you
Okay,
go.
let's listen. Can we listen a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Today we're playing a threesome. I've got Corbin and Aiden with me. We're doing a scramble style stroke play. So whoever makes the best shot, we take it from there, trying to get par. So we'll see how it goes.
What's up, Aiden? That's our Discord bot, Aiden.
Hole,
Oh,
which
is
a
she
par
a
3.
OnlyFans?
Maybe.
Hey, what about that couple, the CrossFit couple that's in the semifinals that has the OnlyFans page? Could you subscribe to their OnlyFans and do a piece on that?
There it is. Oh, it brought me to a different page. I got to pull it up on another tab.
And is it OnlyFans?
There you go.
Oh, click on her OnlyFans.
All right.
Hey.
Sensitive content, you sure?
Yeah, we're going to get in trouble?
I don't know.
Okay.
I got to pull up another tab now.
Hey, I think you should do a yeah, I got an
It's
NFT.
free.
Nice fucking titties. NFT. Oh, I get it.
What is the point of having it if it's free? Doesn't that defeat the purpose or no?
It's not really free.
Oh, okay.
Keep scrolling down. I want to see if there's anything in there.
No.
God, OnlyFans is such this is OnlyFans. This is such a basic site. This is how it only. Oh, it's Twitter. Oh,
interesting.
Hey.
I can't believe that we went from Nate Edwardson to this. Is that amazing?
what about the semifinals people who have an OnlyFans? Can you do a piece on that? Wouldn't that help their subscriptions? Wouldn't that be a nice thing if you did that for them?
I'm not familiar with them. But
I sent it to you.
Yeah, but I don't know. I know the individuals, but I didn't know that they had one.
I think you should find it and subscribe. It's a tax deduction.
Okay. I'll get money back on that $3 subscription.
Dude, you don't think that would be an amazing video? 50,000 views. CrossFit breaks into CrossFit semifinals.
I've never even been on OnlyFans until just now.
Ask someone who would know. Who knows how to find someone? There's this couple. They're both going to semifinals, and we heard that they have an OnlyFans page.
Here we go.
Look at screw the couple. Do mine.
All right, we can do it. We can do a two for number one. We'll do Allison. Number two. How do we find the other account?
Would you like? So how would you do one on Allison? You subscribe to her channel and then just do a 5-minute video. Like if you ever want to talk to Allison in person, go to the Sevan Podcast.
Interesting in-person video.
Oh, with her.
Mm-hmm. You can do B-roll of the OnlyFans stuff on top of it while she gives a little bit of an interview.
She definitely makes millions. Wow.
Oh, and Cameron's in here too.
Cameron has one.
There you go. Yeah. Post about my dick. Okay.
I made you original art. Oh yeah. Do you want to see something? I think Bruce Wayne is going to post it on the Sevan Podcast. Cameron did make me some. Cameron, you really drew that? You're talented, dude.
What did you draw?
I'll show you. It's gonna. Hopefully it'll be on the Sevan Podcast. But let me. Okay. Oh, how do I do this? I think I can airdrop this to my computer and just play it.
Should be able to, yeah. So typically what I've been doing is I just empty out a screen where I have all these little icons and then I pull things up on that. Or you can just enlarge it. So once you bring it over there.
I think I can just post it on a monitor and just say, share this window, share this whole window.
Edwardson's YouTube channel, which started January 8th, already has 3 million views on it.
God, what a boss. He is absolutely killing it.
And he hasn't done a CrossFit video in some time. His last CrossFit video. Oh, I have something fun for you.
Okay, well, oh, no, not that. That's not good.
Wrong monitor of the 5 I have over here.
I chose to I'm checking real quick if anything popped up that I need to quickly cut. No, everything's fine. That picture that you saw, that's sorry for my friend who sent that. That's my friend's daughter, and she's 4 years old and 4 feet tall.
That's
my son's 8 and he's 4 feet tall.
Yeah, but he's jacked, so it's okay.
Trying to figure out why did that happen? I go here. You're gonna want to see this. I'm not wasting your time, I promise you.
I'd never have thought you were.
Let me see if I can entire screen window. Let's see. Okay. So I did an art project with some of the.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of this.
Okay. So this guy, this is Cameron, made this for me. Can you hear the audio?
No. Now I can, yes. Yeah.
But I think I can do better.
Nice shirt. C4. You're kidding. Dude.
Crazy, right?
Could you imagine the CEO logo with you behind it with that guy just sitting in the middle of the O?
Just like, I went from this like trying to be like this Buddhist enlightened guy to just it's a dude holding his cock in his hand.
Damn. I like that a lot. He just drew that. That's amazing.
Slightly different image. Hopefully, I think I asked Bruce if it was too edgy for the Instagram account.
What do you say?
He said he didn't think so. So maybe he'll put it up today.
Bruce is the new filter for the Instagram.
Yeah, we just gave him he was making thumbnails for 3 or 4 months. Oh shit, it's 8:30.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah. He was making thumbnails for the show for a couple months. And I was like, hey, this guy should be on all the shows. This guy should be running the Instagram.
I also think that everybody should have an OnlyFans, even guys, for all kinds of topics.
Look at Travis trying to get me. You asked an opinion, Sevan? I have a team. I have a team of people.
Dude, this Spiegel video I put up is my most popular of all time. Look at this thing.
Wow.
Isn't this nuts?
Yeah.
I love staring at this screen. Do you stare at this screen?
I try not to. Look, that helped you put on 16 subscribers.
Yeah, that's nuts. I did a bit on this once. Like, that's crazy, the click-through rate.
Don't make me scold you again, Travis. No, there's a difference between asking people what you want for the shirt. Like he's on my team, he runs the Instagram account. I trust his opinion. I'm not interested in I'm not making stuff for the entire world. I'm making stuff for myself and that I like. I have a slightly different process.
You like simple shirts. That's what I know.
I do like simple shirts, but I'm not making stuff.
Ooh, this would be a good shirt. But you don't like that. You weren't a fan of that. You don't think it had anything to do with it.
What, unbothered?
Yeah, it's just a shirt. It's kind of like the unbuyable, but it's just unbothered.
Dude, if sales are your goal, listen to yourself. You're fucking killing it. Your station's growing great. Your no rep shit's going great. Don't listen to me. Don't ask my opinion.
Cheat. I was totally expecting Travis to say we had like 100 orders in the first hour.
Cameron, my OnlyFans gets $3,500 a month.
Holy.
That's
small
amazing.
Amount make millions. Wait, what?
Small amount make millions.
Those are like opposite ends of what I understand. Small amount, millions. Millions are a lot. Small amounts are small amount. I don't know.
Melissa, what do you do, Cameron? We should just have Cameron on the show.
Has he never been? I don't think so.
No.
You should have Cameron and Allison on at the same time. And they get like Christmas Abbott. And like, what do I need? You should have that couple on. See if you get this golfer chick on.
Just have a huge OnlyFans.
Like a summit. Just an OnlyFans.
The Sevan Podcast OnlyFans summit. Okay, before I go, I want to play this. Let's see what this lady has to say.
Every month, the typical 2-driver family saves about $120 at the pump compared to where we were in mid-June. Everyday Americans save about $420 million at the pump compared to.
Oh, this is old. God, I apologize for showing you this knucklehead.
I see you commented, but I also couldn't follow her.
Oh, she was just lying. She was just lying through her teeth. It was old. It was one. My things all. My notes are in pretty bad disarray.
Gas is $7 over there.
Miss Caleb. No, not anymore. Gas is actually really well. I saw gas the other day for $3.99. I couldn't even believe it. What's the cheapest you see it?
I mean, that's cheaper than over here.
Yeah, that's the cheapest. That's the cheapest
about that right now.
That's the cheapest I've seen it in forever. I can't even remember the last time I saw it that cheap. But that gas station's a little ways from my house. And
you
it's
don't
like
drive anywhere, do you?
Yeah, I drive a shit ton, dude.
Oh, you used to walk.
I drive like
everywhere.
50 miles every day just driving my kids around.
You used to walk.
Yeah, I used to be a walking champ.
Did you notice differences in your body composition?
I don't know. It was so slow.
What? The walking?
The change.
Yeah, that was the question. So,
Yeah.
no, you don't think so?
I
You sit
don't
all day now.
I don't know. And I used to walk and I used to walk a lot of hills, like a lot of crazy steep hills, like San Francisco shit. Look at Brandon, 309. Michigan, 345. Yeah. And normally it's not that cheap here. Like gas, like if I went to a pump today, I could take a picture and show you 501. But I saw one in town that was 399. Look at this. Oklahoma, 273. Yeah, Central California, 550.
These comments are nuts. It's a bunch of gas prices, and then someone goes, I have a reverse OnlyFans.
All right, guys. Andrew Hiller, thanks for coming on. Time to take the kids to the skate park. You guys were great today. I will see you. I think Danielle Brandon's coming on tonight. Did I mention that?
Yeah, I didn't believe you, and I still don't. We'll believe it when we see it.
It's going to be a fun show. I'll open up the phone. Don't be scared. Call in, please. Don't be afraid. And
I got something to talk to you about on that.
About what? Don't be afraid?
Kind of.
Okay. I'll call you when I get in the car.
Okay.